pipi here say meba abeboa na yenya let me din kunima mentimi nkase member enti me resigning me job
wana domne na huma bra wade ache ya na pete chamade abajimu mojadi afrisane na pay ache kwa nsonko kra so e about Western in the morning Western Diamond Television so and yawuda anope August bosomeno December bosomeno and then the toss you tingwatwe wo afimpim ye no ene ajieno enummo the 18th day of December 2025 Yawurade Nyankopon Ebenezer duadi atwonie wakwa yan afin hyase January 1st 2025 yade hawo ni apirisi kwada na to Awurade alim se Awurade mra yansra bemu na wama ya namo enye fe wakwa benkum ani nifa ekukuhwe ase awrahomu ani jemu ekom ani omimu yika ewiemu sisia ani ensuo toguso wakwa yen arapai yadaseti ase tetrema eda yabodwemu emoja ani ensuo ediemu afusane yakeka ye ho se onipa esefata se yade aseda ede bema Awurade wo adom ani homobra wo hu nkoa ne mfuna adeboyafo ananke ensane yemfata bie wana mobro hu so ni adom so Accra yan amanapai ehuni han fefefe esefata se yeboemu ase ahombrase kwanso na yada na se ewa dom a wadom yen arapai baby a wo hwemi free bia mamenchia across the sister regional capitals of the Republic of Ghana across the various district and municipal across all the metropolitan assembly nationwide a special good morning to you all nananumwa mudi tumi anape ya chacha mperufu amu abemu mudi tumi anape ya chacha yeni anuma assembly members unit committee members anape itimemu funyina anape ya chacha yewo jidie se otumfo Awurade adaroma kwa ani ahode eho yewo jidie se Awurade a wama so na wakra ubankum ne onifa awrakuo ne anijemu abepem ena 18th December yewo jidie wo sa Awurade ni musa ade bia waka wo abrabo enkomo bia Awurade ade asie esra bia wode bama wo no me wo sa jidie ne se ebebam ansa no afiri atiasefo asase so ebebam ansa na afia koda wiye me wo sa jidie ne pa arapai kame ho na yana Awurade ase wo adoya wa yense ya jinji pi susui na so tumfo Nyankopon tiri mupanko na ebamu abrabo ya opesa ne nko ane ne mfransa ka ena yensa aka ne meyi adonti esafata se yadada se ena de Awurade ayenie arapai de America cha no sa kai Awurade ewa no montomo. Remember God in all your dealings. Involve him in all times because he thinks so much about you. Onifa wutuo bonkumu awutuo kai Awurade na ema Awurade eni wanum kan wa anamo bia wutumo na Awurade no odwere ho pa
kwade dangarini
ma Awurade ni wanim ma Awurade ni wachi mane nkraw ne nifa ane ne bonkum so wanamo tutu bia wutu na asase so fa Onyankopon edikan involve God in all times in all your dealings simply because it thinks so much about you esafata sa wanamo tutu no be ma Awurade edi wanim kan ti obane kan se Awurade ene akire ye kwan Awurade ene ye de enkan wonu hia se ese se Awurade eni won kan nti ma America sa ane awurade di yankania swade chacha yankwan no awo ana wo cha yakwan no afaswa enkunimdie ane mpuntuo ba ya brabo anapa yi mawurade ncha yakwan no awurade enu anum kan na abrabo no ense wo ye enenso ya ba ya besom ebo nonkuro ebo pamu a ena ya besore waje nche hia no papa 50248 071 174 0248 071 174 text message WhatsApp message eba amenya da ja kan nyina ma join us live also on our social media platform YouTube Western Diamond TV Live Western Diamond TV Live YouTube no so subscribe to our channel, like our page and share for us fa comment so to na yabekan adiama mo diaspora on especially monjani na monfa mo discussions mbra na yenyina yentoto adwen kwani a Ghana ebe faso ye na timemufo enso betimi atono na ha nyina nie ya de sede nyina nie enti fa message ni bra ebre pam yabekan e wo ha adiama aka enofra etumi ensa 13 days na afeno kɔ na wie ya ye wo gidie sa urade obabuawo betutu anamo siye na fi ayasumdwe ene nkunimdie di amaye Barima ba nana Konadu Abu Prah enie bidino ye Abu Prah enya Adu Prah
Dangarini
ebi phrase Adu Prah na say Adu Abu Prah
na karika
a hyphenated name Abu Prah
karika
bidino meni Abu ana mene Prah Abu Prah ti u from Abu a yes be am just like about nye medino no efem Abu Prah that is it Ochamama Sante Samuel Jingo Kwabna Yaro Abna Sawa Menyampong the four most dangerous personalities are pay Omobo Machido na yasomon Samuel Kochi Ekwa Bremai dia edika edite and pay you shegu anim asama sikrom ha o me say asama sikrom ha ta wonte ya me ka kire wo asam no dia baba no me dia me hu na chi no enyo sa enya bete sa but esasia bomba ma kuma ba form na asumdwa ya pa no yensatimika ade ana pay esasia hwane ya sano so mani puntuo ene na asumdwa nti na jingwano pa ena kata nyumra no efri Mampugu Traditional Council one more Wama Asia Brofu Kakrate Brofu Chere Brofu Why you little Chani Adia Wamu Mbaka sa statement free Mampugu Traditional Council Batasa and some pa Unyanda Japa now digest statement mu abano now katubu asika mu nsem yia abusia na betesa asumdwe ni hosa akoma ma fam sa na before answer the statement we so na amampanini through fellas kwati ofosu at the Carter Piedra about two for a set to two. One in the mediation team Boko conflict. Say on her say assume you bet me about Yaruma Fasa statement free bank Simba and answer. So the big news in Ghana is that Nairi reject Otufo's Boko mediation report. The Kusasis and the Mamprusis conflict in Boko Kenairi when the Popo one Nairi was a report to what two for at the buy no one you tomb. What you tomb and but Emma Abankasiemu at the Katabai about the statement the government stands on the report from Krobiako Tokohere Boko conflict mediation. The government of the Republic of Ghana has received carefully reviewed deliberately upon the Boko conflict mediation report. The mediation report presented by His Majesty Otumfo Osei-Tutu II Santene on 16th December 2025. In keeping with unwavering commitment in peace, constitutional order, the rule of law, and the national cohesion, the government hereby formally states its position on the findings and recommendations of the mediation report as follows. Endorsement of the mediation report and its recommendations. The government fully endorses and accepts all the findings and recommendations contained in the mediation report. The report constitutes a comprehensive, fact-based and forward-looking roadmap aimed exclusively at achieving lasting peace, reconciliation and stability in Boko and its surrounding areas. It is not intended to apportion blame or confer victory on any party. Two, in particular, the government affirms the unequivocal position of the law as consistently upheld by the Supreme Court of Ghana that Naba Asigri Abu Kragu Asoka the second is a lawful Boko Naba and that no individual or group is permitted under any circumstances to contest his authority or legitimacy. 3. Government accepts the recommendations that Alhaji Sedu Abugri, who was installed as a Vara Clement to the Boko chieftaincy, be recalled to Nariligu by the overlord of Mamprugu, the Nairi, to assume the alternative traditional rule with the necessary facilitation and the support of the state. For pursuant to his recommendation by His Majesty Otumfo Osei-Tutu II, the government will immediately facilitate the safe movement of Alhaji Sedu Abugri to Narilugu, where he shall remain available to receive the directives of the Nairi. 5. The government further respectfully requests His Majesty Otumfo Osei-Tutu II to continue to lend its distinguished leadership and moral authority to subsequent reconciliation effort aimed at fostering enduring peace and harmonious coexistence between the Mamprusi and Kusasi communities. Good. Socio-economic recovery and the development of Boko. Government acknowledges that the protracted conflict has resulted in grave human and social and economic losses, significantly undermining livelihood, social cohesion and development prospect in Boko and its environs. Insecurity over the years has severely constrained public and private investment, and stalled critical infrastructure development. In response, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama has directed the Minister for Finance to establish a 1 billion Ghana cedi Boko Revitalization Fund. It's the fund which shall be disbursed over 3-year period between 2026 and 2028, will be dedicated to the reconstruction and redevelopment of priority infrastructure, including road, healthcare, education, dam and irrigation facilities, for year-round agricultural security, installment and economic and commercial facilities, to restore Baku to its historic position as a significant economic and trading hub in Northern Region 9. The funds shall be managed by a high-level committee chaired by the Minister for Finance, Honorable K.S.L. Atufosin, who serves as acting Minister for Defense. Other members of the community are Upper East Regional Minister, Honorable Danutos Akumugri, and Minister and Majority Leader, a leader of government businesses, Honorable Mahama Harega, Member of Parliament for Boko Central, who would represent MPs for the area. Call for national support and reconciliation. Then the government calls on all traditional authorities, political parties, youth groups, civil society organizations, religious bodies, development partners, and the broader citizenry to support the peace building and reconciliation processes in the spirit of unity, restraint, and the patriotism. 11. The government reiterates the admonition of His Majesty Otumfuo said to the second that there are no winners and losers in this process. His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama urges all parties to accept and faithfully abide by the conclusions and recommendations of the mediation report in the supreme interest of peace and national stability. To all, government expresses profound gratitude to His Majesty Otumfuo Osei the second, the Nairi na Bahagu Abdullah Muhammad Sharaga the second, the Bakuna Naba Asigiri Abugragu Aswaka the second, and all individual institutions and stakeholders who goodwill, cooperation and commitment contributed to the successes of this historic mediation process. Signed by Felix Kwatufosu MP, spokesperson to the President, Minister Government Communications. Edi netentini netiatia nyanse abansa ka report no a Otumfuo de bae na agentra wakira ya ani asem no de kosi ya bia na ba na som na ode ba adwuma wasasa sumdwe betimi akoso oboko na all the parties in abaja Abane Cheska 1 billion Ghana cedis. Na say sika we amanfo de di nkomo social media. 1 billion Ghana cedis. Say yemfanko boko revitalization fund. Yemfantum. Yemfane mpunto e boko. Na asem ba ya pe na nwumra. Eno nwumra. Ana Mamprugu Traditional Council Kenairi Nana Kasa Nana Brofun Tientia simple bansam wom papa. So Takoradi Boko conference dispute Nairi formally rejects purported mediation report and any attempt at government reinforcement of the so-called recommendation. Ebacho Zumini Kakamame na yantuasu. Good. The Nairi overlord of Mamprugu wishes to formally end unequivocally distance the office of the Nairi and the people of Mamprugu from the so-called mediation report presented by Otumfo Osei II in respect of Boku chieftaincy dispute. I have taken note with profound disappointment and grave concern. The presentation described as a report and recommendation by Otumfo to His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, John Dramani Mahama, on 16th December 2025. I must state clearly and without reservation that so-called report and recommendation does not reflect any engagement with Otumfo. And I must say, hey, this is serious. No those of any duly constituted mediation team. I therefore formally reject the report and the recommendations in it entirely for the following reasons. 1. The purported report and recommendation in question is not constitute invalid mediation. And any attempt to present it as binding or to seek government enforcement is legally unattainable, procedurally flawed, and constitutionally impermissible. 2. Otumfo expressly described his role as that of mediator and not arbitrator. Notwithstanding this, the documents purport to pass judgment and to prescribe measures or for enforcement act wholly inconsistent with the nature, limit, and essence of mediation. 3. Despite repeated and formal requests by the mediation team, no terms of reference were ever provided to govern the mediation process. Contrary to the expectations that both the former President Nana Akufo-Addo, the current President John Dramani Mahama, my third point, contrary to the expectation that both former President Nana Akufo-Addo and the current President John Dramani Mahama would have clearly indicated that these terms of references were. I have compared to ask what manner of mediation permits a mediator to unilaterally reach determinations and call for the enforcement without first affording the parties an opportunity to be heard on the reasoning views or proposals underpinning such determinations. Some report from no to was and some na iri o match be pa. 5. Fagana shenisa elona wo your mind papa elona wo odo. Okay, so I'm in touch with Brianna. But we are last one. I remember another page before this one. So the fifth one, at no point where the parties invited to engage with, comment, or respond to the conclusions said to have been reached. But another page, okay, good. Has been reached if any deliberations occurred. They have conducted entirely without the knowledge, participation, or consent of Mamprugo. 6. The mediation report, properly so called, must faithfully reflect the position advanced by the parties, identity areas of agreement and disagreement, and record any consensual outcomes achieved through facilitated dialogue. 7. It cannot lawfully or legitimately substitute the mediator's personal opinions, recommendations, or decisions for the negotiated positions of the parties. To do so, to abandon mediation and to assume and adjudicative role for which no jurisdiction exists. Now, the recommendation contained in that report therefore amount to unilateral determination imposed without due process. The clear violation of auditory pattern principle and the foundation rules and natural justice. For these reasons, the recommendation are procedurally flawed, legally unsustainable, and wholly unacceptable to me and to the entire Mamprugu people, both within and beyond the borders of Ghana. I'm a kind of Zikai Asababa. Now the living position, I am further constrained to ask whether the established principle of mediation have now been altered to permit the mediator to ground recommendations or selective relevance on committee reports and court decisions rather than on the promised traditional, consultative and facilitative approach. The report is replete with factual inaccuracies, personal assertions attributed to the mediator, and a manifest imbalance in favor of one party's narrative, while almost entirely omitting Mamprugu's case. 13. For avoidance of doubt, it is entirely false to suggest that I ever agreed to continue recognition of Enimtima as Boko Naba. 14. It is equally disturbing that both parties to the mediation were absent at the presentation of the so-called report, which is now being portrayed as having enjoyed their acceptance. One must reasonably ask why duly mandated representatives of the parties were denied the opportunity to commit an opportunity that could lend legitimacy to any claim endorsement, while other organizations were selectively invited instead. To say that I am allowed by statement attributed to His Excellency the President, suggesting that government intends to issue a definitive position within 24 hours based on this report. Such an approach respectfully will not advance to peace we seek. We all seek. I urge the President to engage fully with the parties, with the mediator, before taking any action founded upon this deeply flawed document. The content of the report appears calculated to cast Mamprugu in the unjust, unfavorable light, notwithstanding inconsistent good faith and commitment to peace. I will not refrain passive in the face of what appears to be carefully orchestrated process conceived long before the commencement of mediation and designed to prejudice Mamprugu. Last paragraph,
Fagana shen inside and now your mind papa and
so not even any government preaches ancestral heritage decided to anyone, especially through an unjust and clearly orchestrated processes. I stress that the so-called, I don't know, the so-called okay, I stress that the so-called mediation ended in a clear deadlock with no consensus reached between the parties. The Mamprugu side made concessions in good faith at the request of Otufor, concessions which were later acknowledged and praised by President John Dramani Mahama. These were nevertheless rejected outright by the Kusasi side without any attempt to move toward the middle ground that mediation demands. It was therefore my reasonable expectation that any mediation report will remain within the limits prescribed by the Alternative Dispute Resolution Act 2010, Act 975, by reporting the deadlock rather than purporting to reach final determination or legal conclusions, especially where law was never argued and where the mediator is neither judge nor arbitrator. As I've always maintained, I stand firmly for peace and shall continue to pursue that path. However, peace cannot and will not be built upon injustice. And treat all within Mampugu to continue to remain calm and law-abiding. I remain fully committed to peace, dialogue, and stability in Boko and the wider Mampugu area. However, peace must not be founded on law, history, fairness, and content, not on imposed outcomes or procedural detective processes. Any sustainable resolution of Boko chieftaincy disputes must proceed through a transparent and impartial process that rejects the historical foundations of Mampugu as a whole, constitutional norms, and the dignity of all traditional authorities. This statement is issued to clarify my position and to prevent misinformation. And I urge the media, the public, and all stakeholders to exercise caution and responsibility in characterizing ongoing efforts relating to the Boko chieftaincy dispute. Peace, unity, and justice remain the guiding principles of the Nairis engagement with this matter. I shall engage further with the Tufuo and with the government of Ghana and will issue a comprehensive statement in due course. Thank you, His Royal Majesty Ti Duna Nairi na Buhagu Mahami Abdullah Shiraga, King of Mampugu. Now, the last paragraph, no, I shall engage further with the Tufuo and with the government of Ghana with a comprehensive statement in due course. Now, statement when almost had a comprehensive statement. And that's a good one. Kata ya makani tintinti nyano. Litofa bomuno. Mampugu Traditional Council say report no otumfo de komo mampanino omujitu monyeye isan se pepepe yebi entimi ankoso enti abrepam no wone otumfo ene omampani besia na de fata bia no a esese wo muka na wo de anu yiye ba bia no wo mo enso e de beba so asemu a eda ho ena na payi a akoyesem kase okromia no eno no the big news and the headlines across the country. Mampugu Traditional Council rejects Otumfuo's mediation report and recommendations. That is the Reuters reporter news Ghana as I speak. And also so yen said you be free about ebusua na said you mo aka say asam no fancy was fancy na said krata the buy from the presidency and from the Traditional Council of the People of Mampugu Diomuso Diaba and also days ahead no the ebe falling out ewomu ebusua aka 44 days na MPP for Kotoaba e dey Frank Tuni a obetu Frank Adiama party no Canada Japan Dr. Bernard Champon Dr. Baumia Dr. Sayaduchum ena engineer Kwabreje Japan omu na ejina na baby adu no campaign mo ahye papa various aspirants ni no more intensify omu campaigns na enye ise kra na conversation e course so between United Television and Honorable Samuel Atachia masa social media no sunye je kra amanfo kasa Atachia make a lot of statement amanfo ebiso kasa ye ebiso an kasa yi ntie no so da ho but me person bi o kan o say I have never met Kennedy Japan at Heathrow Airport. Now, have I ever insulted Akufo-Addo to him? These claims are completely false. Mokaya, Prah, Kennedy or Japan call United Television, so no. Okoka said, when he someone attached here, Heathrow Airport, na sembi okeka no, eche Akufo-Addo no. Wabai no amebo Akufo-Addo kraman ye. Amasa, honorable someone attached across any position. E wona na Akufo-Addo na bemu waka asem no wie na attach nya nyina no na ni 2 days we no opportunity call the same platform no ana okochem sanya ne kreda we see Accra Japan Heathrow Airport be bia ana se bia wan didi Akufo-Addo ataman kire ono Accra Japan nza asem no waka no kro bia nim o metwensan na wan kasa be bia na wasa beto dwa se nanenam se Kennedy Japan emeki assassin bi se wonu kwa nem se wan se da mu obi adi na emu minim se asem na no kana what do you call it samata tie nim se onu no kama no na Kennedy asem o kan se woni pedi bi wo ha omudi Dr. Bamia campaign na chia wo mu koto edan $500,000 wo mu yom ne sa da no kra sa cheye na Honorable Samuel Atachia eko pass a comment on that say asem no nya enye wono nya ne kre ama ne kasa mafo kwasi kwate ababo nchen se da bi asem na wo ka kra no na nya wone Honorable Samuel Atachia na emum na or refer to Honorable Katie Hammond se obi eto etai $500,000 na nya Honorable Samuel Atachia asem na no ka na emum no Katie Hammond asem na no ka nti eno so eno no okay yentie sa portion of that video ni mra
former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo atem e kire no
private conversation etumi pie
talk of a private conversation enu na woni ni share o Heathrow Airport udi former president Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo atem e kire no
mama ka se ba
na onim so be keep on
mama ka se ba ko mama ka se ncho eye etra eni fapem meni akompreku enhia Heathrow Airport na we discuss na Akufo-Addo in fact if it is true say na yeshia Heathrow na meni ne kasa na me di na Akufo-Addo atema and wa me pia it to confirm how loose a canon is I just say me no share them na ye di nkomo ye di obi nkomo sa if I should go and air it say oh me no share ho na ye di ka we ho asema na e kire onipa su ene ne ban oye he can't even excuse me say contain confidential exchanges so what na mo ka obi ho asem that's the first point but uncle for passport no mra no won kire date no miss me ko fan passport mra ne yan kire time a yes stamp mu se na o Heathrow Airport enya no kore
woni ni share o Heathrow Airport
woni ni share Heathrow Airport ye discuss na Akufo-Addo
no mo share ho da ba mo
kaida
say share ho da
share Heathrow Airport men ka se bi share akompreku Heathrow Airport yi e ben ya onka okasa ho mo yi no na oba mo nchen a eya mo exact evidence no say how say na Akufo-Addo me na medina de say time no na me campaign man no bisa the whole Ghana abrante ba ko campaign man na Akufo-Addo so me the president of Ghana if you say fear you free no na Dankwa declare say the Gold Coast is ready for independence 4th of August 1947 it was open ochini bi enu ha watumi afra konya no 70 years down the line like the Babylonian captivity na nado epie etimi mfa ma ho den ma na nado na me didi na tem kire akompreko se de be na me gi afri mu ejenja no kure
omo awoda
me atache a emo abe na ode ama me se de be na ode ache me se me mfa na me ni madwen bo me atache a me sire ne madi onkofo a won kiu ekohu no so omo a me kan ho bi
omo a wo bibia mu sika mu
bibia da omo a me sika mu da on che me ade bi da mama e dey no dey ache me mate asembi na me say oh Ken Onyakopon mo a wo na ne ewuko edi wo akasa the ninth commandment no na wo birichi na wo nsusu anso ma say me to atache a na Ken ohini Japan ekope the 500,000 United States dollars ekoto property ma me atache a say me mfa
mbacho wadaro ma home so na yentie eno so de okan
I'm not going to respond to Obia. I will not.
To Obianka de
Obianka. But me statism fire. They will run away. Evidence I'm the back. Maybe I just don't talk. I'll give you evidence. Once that touch and here, they catch us at Heathrow Airport. Why is there all airports in the world? Say me do try. I don't think I'm cars at Heathrow Airport. Obia dear. Onipa no ko gina ho se menti brofo obi a menti brofo between to a dime $500,000 for 4 time AU village at the chew ema wo gi rent o chihime and a native yo o $4,000 ema wo nyanza we obrofo ni na hala obi a onti brofo to be to dan no reacho na no wo ko high no office or high wo mo to ama no me man $50,000 but I leave it to fate.
Okay, yeah, was for honorable Tacha. It is our claims we do you think say eyewo?
Eyenim go ase ma no ankasa. Say me title deed no way. If you're not touching me no, me lawyer ni, me team baby. Na Kennedy on here Japan afa 500.
Say host no bo Kennedy voice be our kind about say what gifty honorable Samuel Atachian $500,000 odi ato dan dia ma no krama oje ho Ukraine dia dia man 40 team ndi ho ska dia na area but according to honorable Samuel Atachian o sesa asem no ene kra bi enim ene kra no kra ba kra enim so eno so ne nkomo a eda ha na pay me ne wudie minority in parliament e demand say omampani na na omampani John Dramani mama empamo honorable Emmanuel Ama Kofi Bua say lands and natural resources minister ompamo no na djuma nsuani ne suni ne banya order na die ense minister enti de mketwa no efre enso eno no nse nkomo da ha coalition on unemployed teachers demanded justice for 2023 batch say abanya daruma omumodina nanka posti women then again badlocks way back from 2022 so no won fa omunka ho na emuama nkwada no omutifi a womu esuo dia awagwo enya scam fanto duane nie no saa niema no enso to ebetimi atwa na kamia se be na otwemi ni de na demonstration na we sisei misika mai yinche ka saa niema no na ekoso a ye bompa se aban ebetie na nipa bia petition attorney general say na no beto da say yoko a petition age say 2 national officers of the NDC amu involve on illegal mining ntomunya nhwemu 6 months down the lane I am nail I am mute I am silence yente ho hwe ntino o ma petition age say wadaru masem na kwawie say owura Joseph Yamin na Abanga Yakubu say illegal man wo mu jenu kroma no enye ketwa na up to now yokofo adema age say womuntu asem nhwemu no age asa atasem kwa to atwe baby kwa na ya petition say asem no akwawie say na emunsam no say mfomu a enu a panimu bi frame say niema ya koso various district wono enye easy yes NDC constituency chairman for bi baby omo ye mine no omo a tete nkrofo bi a omo from so be national security coordinators into omo ba site ho a na omo say my 2 billion my 3 billion wa man ya le omasini ko a mo de jeje amanfo sika o eno obi frame from Asante region constituency bi pa chese na obona ni anani so omo no omo kan ya about 3 billion say one first scan ama enya ade a omo track machine di akọ me kwaba mame ne Major retired Derek Odro emon komo obani ma che
ebe jonso na mo tete
nyame adome won ya pa na nso e
aso ho ye
yere nyame ase pa wadaruma only 2 days na boko conflict no otumfo de report koma mampani no mampani so de stand e de aba na nyumre no a na Mampugu Traditional Council answer statement aba reject report no and an entire recommendations nyina ebasa eboda up to security the ekoyi a ya reject report ya mfinsia bebre tumfo atrase kasem ya na answer tie statement a Mampugu irene de ba no a that is as I said I involve wo money ade a as a country no going forward in terms of security wise then afo say o man yenye going forward in nay wama rejected report no a otumfo ede ba yi
yo mini am da se e be chia obi a wotie otumfo de report na ba report no ss tsa wa kwa ko bua asem e mediation en wo ye my mom push for no fi say e bi a wo wiye ndi nyina ya wo si ya no chese wakọ akọ di asem egua wo before e bi ya duro no na nanu mpanifo mo ka so ma so asem we ye mu ya for ye de na ye ti so ye tia na mo sei na asumdue emra enti se otumfo si wakọ akọ siesie na so wie na sa akọ ye se ase court asem a enti ase enye adwuma amide mi say the plan na nye ya otumfo enchenyi na no ene ne nsa enye plan B because that is our variations bebre artist say ya e kokon no enko to wo bebre say na akama enye ya nye boko usase eni man principal so wo nyina bom aya ba ko say ko kan say we na mrakwa so odi ade a na ye di asem ebu a obi foro no na se fi se ni pe wu e ta fadi esai wo wo fi wo kura no mpoka obi an pese o be adwuma wo boko ene mpotamu Ghana e Prah e kan na ye nti na kato ama affect the whole Ghana bani ya betra ho na ye se de mrakwa yes many me di amanya petition was say me money was say the interest of the nation allo talk to someone a parliament interest na o mani ni na wo bongo so we are coming man ko say ya the exercise be see ni I don't know if you was so far quiet so no what me atmi asem no man fa de say enu o yes for enu ogu asem no enya de wo adwene ye wo say oh me na me di bem me na me say dabi so de o ya anya sum de be bo me dan so ho bu ya ano ko kan fofo bia e din to kwa kase ele be bo ma no no ye go si e ba bia ye be sa ko tra so biem ako kama amafufuro kura sa be wuram ne ko ya le bai
okay
ndi mo ko sem no awasi atase ni se ko ni be se pa ha bai asile be nyansafo se be se wala pawo mo ama wo adidie wala ga sa yentimi anya east boko west boko ana central boko
yeah
wo yem fa hinye wo fa wo no die mo ko sa ti fu amwa mo fa mo ti fu amwa boko mo so mo nta sei akonya no abai amo bia to me chieftaincy we na no eni penifo na ko aye o chieftaincy minister ho o so ti ana mo ni aye gazette e di atoso obi ye ni na yi wo ye very say in power area. We want him power area. Yeah, we ya nya ni sa ne za wona ndi identify ha nyina anu a tabi e ne sa ye because boko ku sa se ne mfifo o ma wari awo ama wo mo emma e binim di ade awo akonya so ma ne ye
yeah
nti e dun ta ro ga we ku sa se nya na no e ma pusi ni tabi e di se du wo se be pre mu ni ai se ye benya in power Paramount Chief ha Moku East na Moku West also Paramount Chief akunya reni we are Pono na won nko so
okay
we are some look ya nya ta ni ekoko ye say ya ni mamprisi ayere no a wono na ni say wono ye he no àwọn pere ko njo no so na soka na ba soka ene memme ye ohiri na adidi a omo ntiase security ayi bia wonti me mfa soja fo police fo bia ko mu na wo mo se wo mo be jai kabia bia ko be bia security ya ye pe kama ko duru be bi ko ani attack soja fo ye attack police fo ayi piko moko kaketia moko ni ano soja fo wu ho police fo wu ho ise ye ti enya peace keeping peace enforcement all sort of declaration any aye no ho few state of emergency ade nyina aye no kokko aso ti ase anya adwuma
okay
akoma ntimi wo ase no enu mo ma na ye adwuma ache ekio ala ta na montuo bia eti eya ni take plan B ni aga ni chem ni ede obi e to me ma no na ye ya esa emse
yo dia opani dia chi amanfo adwen kakra ye krata na mo di pie na ase kamia kire se ye involve wo mo na ase bias bi akoso na ase ya to a certain group of people bi eno na ye enu bi adwen na ase because asemi ko nyina ehun se parties ni nyina no ye involve the last time ko mo ba ya ansa na report yi ba yi ye hu se both fashions the man proceeds and then the kusas ni nyina no ye hu so mo wura menhia mo ye na sa statement is aba ekremu sa say ye involve wo mo a na asa ya dwi amanfo ma dwen na ne be we o mo describe report no ha dwen kakra wo fo say yaudie bi anase ebi amo kasa bi a wo mo edika obi say na enye ohene na obi nkonko se na se ne sa ne mane ma no na atrigger sa o statement na because wo me kasa ya involve wo mo de ya adwumu na kakra
the involvement no yeah MP DMP for so many periods no so constituency ka je say ya to aba akura o ma ha ye hu ha wo so da bia weekend bia wo ko ya effort na ka ya say ye hu ha de o so che say wo hu di bottom
okay
and what different meaning wo hu di bottom na so ko scanning o school fees metia ma ye we ama wo hu di bottom and this I was who you were no now no not the consensus no one taking on board.
Oh okay.
Only the consensus no. That is why the way you were no. The consensus no should be physically. I got one concept no.
Okay.
And you know any say one consensus in the from home near say when you need to have mine. Oh when you perform me and you say you do well from a man oh kusafi oso wo man presi akonya ni anya say eye akonya ba ko etribo akonya bebre awo man bi mu ani tinya ye ne sa na say asumbiye beba we fi say o ya ni entia me akonya le dia be pa kra ya me kra me e di we so fama no ku fi say wo dia na edi mu e chai obi dia take it like that so anunti no ya anya de sa na se bi say said the Supreme Court to try and one at the Yaba, Mradian Samra to so Mradian Webber Yaguma. Security agencies, Bian Webber Kosovo, and your quarters of Kum. I'm not pretty for you now. And that's a Kusasi for you now. Now, come on, dear to our call. Yeah, Ababa, be a visa, you know what? We said before the election, someone you can't campaign a year you can't. A not services. So, you can't say, no, Yaman, yourself, and free, I can say more. So, we have power. Not I know, sorry. Also, anywhere. Not I know Abrasi, and that's a Tokana no Abrasini. And people want Tokano a Kosovo. And no Cresa. And this is not Tokana no Abrasi. And then Tokana no Abrasi. Sa says, you know, and see a club near you free home. Near Yaman, yourself free Bukra. And yes, sir. Decision be able to take a piano. Now, when the Wabba move with a hand, or come and call for. As well be an entity. We are coming to Kremu. Yes,
okay.
Empire Koyanu.
Okay.
Ama will be a Yanifan. Start for you on Mufan. Man, pretty for you on Mufan. And you have to be a
Medasipa, Major. Thank you. Major retired Jericho Drew. And you know, a team Comodia Fa issue a free a year Bokumu Epi. Nay. Another fashion, so you're satisfied about the reporter a pigar and no abonkomo, but 1 billion Ghana cedis government in nature say in the Kopempuntu Bokono. Na Sikano Kranwa Yadia Mase Orabo to force a Kran and Sancher Kran Abraham Fukruse. Na Onano man Yaman Scase you won't compare ambulance Miri Kruma. We are not a van and the Baha. Some go copy court yadia womu jeja se no han aba we buy so any interest we Christmas watching ya the 1 billion Ghana cedis ana ya mudi fana ni ya de ko bo ampuntu akoso oboko amanfo so kasa pa de fa sa fan na ho ndi eno so nkoma afi ho ba enso eno no na asem no de ze Ghana card no so documenta obetimi ya purchase renew insurance ukromia Ghana card no a Dr. Bawumi ade baya na manfo ni ade na asasa na baya ene ye so kromia no from 2026 ikonu nkura Ghana card say we purchase bibi pa na we renew insurance you forget it without the Ghana card don't have access to do it so the earlier the better say we benya a copy of a Ghana card now their transactions say Ghana ha so the free one so air ban pay many watch and so I don't know I catch us ya petition AG on the issue of Nipam, you know, Joseph Yamin, any Abanga Yakubu, say more involved with illegal mine, no. So, Quasante Regina, side wedding because of Tama for no. But a song of phone beyond this phone be Yakabum say, yeah, no, yeah, if national security in Yaba, and you know, we are mining, just say one chess canoa, we must you know, you better take the Yako, almost no chess come for shit when you is Kakatoa. At a proper time, we have a time for 2 Kumia. Bra among 4 bo and they started sikadi free innocent people some and also cause come under the watch of the NDC enti the no eba and so I don't know ene and pay me no kan na ene 50 quarter our general secretary edema and they say sa OSP bila owura ma yarga yesen ko no makwa pirini ade no ade a NDC fonu ni enwa se biaka and I knew beyond a question to be a quarter to be a song was Abrano. And no, I say, on one intention, yeah, where so pretty acquired nay. Mampedina to be true, yet a comma. The majority caucus in Parliament say, woman will draw, Sabino. Ha! Makacha say, a memoir, you're experiencing it, and this a memoir with your unprecedented. Say, a legislator, Ayo Mojuma. Now, the government of the day is your power and you know what me said the more and munai. Nampany and Palmos are draw. You are not safe as a country, seriously. In a parliament, I'm a green light and they say Accra Kumasi expressway no. They say parliament adjatum. say yebeye Accra to Kumasi expressway from next year no omo che say parliament ajatum say yenye enti no Kumasi to Accra expressway no probably no aban no ebeye Samuel Kujota Black say ente aban bebo Alan Kojoche mantia baso pa isan say we involve no ho pa ewo AU chair ayariama excellency John Dramani Mahama ho obetake sa position no 2 years edi anime 2027 obesa say as AU chair na Alan Kojoche mantin epre major role ma excellency John Dramani Mahama ebenya sa position no nti obona baso Samuel Kujota Black wa kasa yaro mpacho bi video na ma bo na yentie asemo a okujeto ablakwa enso eka yede tudwa e wasa asem no homra position
from ECOWAS. All the West African presidents endorsed him as the next Africa Union chairperson in 2027. So this convening, it's very timely and very fortuitous, and he will be looking forward to the report so that he can hit the ground running in 2027 when he becomes the chairperson of the African Union. And he has asked me to tell our convener, the Honorable John Alan Kwejocha Martin, that he will have a very special place when he becomes AU chairperson because of the work he is doing. So we are definitely going to need the expertise, the experience, and this very reputable organization, the Honorable John Alan
Kujota Blakwa and so edituja. But unim sa ene abana to taxes are where they are to utility I don't know. Probably first week of January and it be take effect. Nte nkania bo and nzubo ya pejam at the economy. It's a reporter ban said na busumi bian utia 1,000 Ghana cedi on electricity on the same usage. Next year you're going to pay 1,306 Ghana cedis. 1,306 Ghana cedis. The same usage we see this year ebia utia 1,000 Ghana no. Because of the incrementer and this year amemu boni wamade ba next year no. You are going to pay 1,308 1,306 Ghana cedis. Asana betua. Right up no at the hard no. So if you pay 1,000 Ghana cedis a month for utility in 2025, the same usage will cost you 1,306 in 2026. Yes, I'm kasi da. Na sa asemi ho, you go tie sabi jamfi. Ebra ebe to about Chromia on the issue about electricity. Jomama ban ba, the obey about electricity. We be tia, we be peak time, we be tia say, well, we be use na we be tia say at the end. Abema na sa mem. Bo video no mame. Sabi jamfi asemu a, koma odi ye. When you TV before the boss ankomo no. Boss video no mame na memra. Na yentie kontomponi na braba ne Prah. And this is what ye editor Ghana for. Bajo Emma. Oh, media man did that. Niamana media sending the woman. Why? I don't know. Check him, man. Niamana me send man the woman now. Okay. Okay. Nada is son. Okay. Ewo line so. Nada and son. Ewo line so. Acting. I'm original director of Ghana National Insurance. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning.
Oba pana huna mu ye?
Na kupado me hu ye na ofe.
Oba de adom. Yes hu ye pa.
Da ya kupase.
Na adwuma mu bone de adwuma anu ode pa o. Na mu secret ne say.
Oh, secret be do say ija ye adwuma no se de bia. Obia ho beton in terms of insurance because you mean say about insurance in Kantana and Yamanyama Katanga Kauko, but Ye juma kaka ya me adom.
Ya insurance ni bia ni sika ya tie sika saa da ben na eja ye betimi atese mo si ade se ye ba kokora ho ana asem tie ya me si insurance ye tie saa wo ye we bia ma we wo ye we ma we tie bi saa mo si ade se ye ba kokora ana asem tie ya ansa na mo bebo ai
insurance then to start insurance so they be apparently this year to enya can say to be it is a empty let's say unto start kana until risk no ebisino kana or some compensation kana so they be for say na agency but insurance is a welfare nya ni did say be a welfare was so mo ko ayewo asem ko no touch welfare no moska
da be
ebia ya bosike bi say o ebia o ma ni fi mo so fi mu ukoye wedding ukoye name na ase ama o ebia 500 Ghana cedis sometimes so we name na e betwe ama 500 cedis na
da be
it is a penna insurance
etie okay matebe da se pa na me no mabamu bui is last year 2024 me mapo adwuma ba na ka bi me di milemu ana ka no benzio mi su benzio ana odi be dua me amnaga janse wosi wodi be dua me ka ne me fa say driver side no wodi dua ye chese wobi asi umu ka na ka kasi o ana otu ka no pu ha ana odwane koye wa mo me ka no kwa o mo an sama me dia wo kwa ekoton ka no kwa de e dia akota sa ase kra wa mo me ka no wa mo say me ntwe letter ayam titiri fo che kata na we insurance na e wo ma me ana me dia me ja akire di enkata sam na insurance na yese ni ade na e wo ma me na me dia me ja akire ekoya me ka me yewia na me to ka no kra na kanta stress kakra ne twe we bra no we ni ade na too tedious kakra sometimes ntia na me de nti mutimi nya process bi so a e be ya ntam kakra because mun se nipa no otua bia ne car insurance ade afi bia no otua ne sana asemasi nya fast kwaje report we bra kwaje we bra ne na sa me dia me kan so hu dia me kan
Nessa chama tia mami bremu kat
brem kakra
nessa me unya se ye binya adansi excess unya accident so say accident here insurance company no only ho at that time no nti to say they all can was center unya accident wa ngo gaza nti insurance company no only ho nti then the children say accident no isi and the first question in terms of any other stakeholders say police hospitals now they are the reports no and it would be a report no a month time I know any insurance no fault say report no embantem yes as what the police what for a DVLA you see you way and no any insurance so bound so they are not for their fancy insurance but insurance needs those documentations to proceed with claims and you say that documentation mean me what claims no a bad so they are working now all kind of yes and it says why you comprehensive enka eno no ehu hia po se ubedi nipa na ode me kan the ball no ehu hia po se ubedi ni
na nipa nyina na betimi sa comprehensive and na me bi dia me ko ya me ko bi sa abu agofo no na me adai besi me na betia yi 6000 na 5 na na dia asem ya
it's just 6,000 now and for the value of a car no it is a car 500,000 and that's 300,000 now we just 6,000 and we wouldn't say for crash but then I make an say comprehensive I don't know and one say what insurance on na or my baby own damage into own damage no et say dia what damage and I say dia so dia will come be in the car the boom no we can no which insurance company no be check no my repair I say esi bia no maya ma but third party bia na trust you on your own.
Yeah, I say for last brief education now. What am I saying this year ekono Ghana card is going to be the sole document for purchasing and other insurance and for other activities be okromi Ghana card is the only thing required document all for motor insurance purchases across the country be effective January 1. Ediana mana ba say.
Okay, nti ya ka Ghana card am gidi so bi eni Ghana card. Enye Ghana card ene ticket game. Certificate 2022. You started to use Ghana card for Inyama business. You see Ghana card or bi eni Ghana card. Nti commission number next year. Okay. January 6th. About insurance in some related to Ghana card. So obi a o ba be bi bia insurance will be a Ghana card. Yeah, you must say because mama there's 5 reasons in here. You should find them away. First one, to improve claim handling.
Okay.
Claim handling. So that we can say insurance make claims. Because insurance is equal to claims. It is quite a juicy can I even say in the especially about identification. It's the first thing I idea to say you can see you improve the claims handling.
Okay.
Maybe identification. Don't go back to one side card I know what we say near nothing some baby to track.
Okay.
Then at first, yeah, so that claims handling is very easy because you are say insurance or the Ghana card the so but some of Ghana card and Kwana in some that is the Boba now we say a man so baby and then Mr. A okay a big a big trust insurance transaction piano Ghana card not claims handling no easy class that's the first thing to bring about to improve claims handling process.
Okay.
And I think to strengthen the know your client. There's KYC. The KYC and not just all insurance company know how platforms to make like Nipa away.
Yeah.
It's platforms, to be at the Ghana card, and so the UT card be a driver's license, and they're difficult to make trace you. But you Ghana card will see the TDP also. And follow forms now. It improves and strengthens the KYC forms now over the payment. The insurance company can do we okay have attend this year. You say between it is also to prevent anti-money laundering. Anti-money laundering are also a system in Accra.
Okay.
So when I hear be fraud, that will be also come now the other. Anti-money laundering. In fact, money laundering if there will be a bombing or to say washing insurance company and also to or this guys kind of the papa into shape is a carbon and normally anti-money laundering.
Okay.
So those are the things, the business identification. That is the Ghana card.
All right. Okay.
And lastly, and also to reduce fraud. So I can say, okay, insurance is one woman, the government says statistics such as about 40% of claims are DHA fraud. According to statistics, so that is when an insurance knows and when was to reduce fraud, so they are open to me for the insurance company because they themselves fraudulent claims and also on the right direction. Ghana card, other preventive fraudulent claims. Now, last one, Medical also said, FIS, LI 211, and Monday to say, will be able to insurance piano. was a Ghana card, but I say, yeah, shut up a young cocoa. About the legal terms anymore. Not just say you won't engineer, so I pay
all right.
Number 5 we in Tiana, National Insurance Commission, yeah, my duty. So everybody over the any insurance transaction or the which means a producer Ghana card. So the transaction to be successful.
Okay. You better say pa wo bra when ya ediama na mbebusa say the usi kan kra de obi ntimi nyi obi de mfa nyi obi de. Oh. Aha. Say bia me fa Ghana card ma me mfa nkoye sa de obi. Aha.
The Ghana card is you get verification. It's which we call bank price. You got to found on camp. It's machine.
Name verify.
Okay. Obi Ghana card and
all right. Nada no pay mama na say obra when my why. Thank you very much. For mene Nada and Son, we acting regional director for National Insurance Commission. And mene no abon koma fa ne Ghana card from 1st January 2026. Unkra Ghana card I forgot it. Motorist no. You need to use Ghana card for all those transactions. Yes, I dey. Waso ebe shipa eno so nim command pay e da ha mene wo AD na afi ya he said the esitie obi say all these insurance companies are scammers. Hey Raphael nketi atobu as enye scammers. Enti odo dia wode aba enso eno no fry interview ya grant say omunyina scammers enye omunyina na scammers. Okay, so ye to us na afi ye nko yenim no so about pausima aduno enkro 7:29 Western in the morning so any Western Diamond TV na wo hwe yeguso a yedim komo na ya wada no pay nsam de do so pa de ba nso ye bebo so kakra na ye ne mo adibi ba je minim say video no nsa akade a efa Sami Jamfi de no asema na wo ka no good mama yentie mra good wada no pay
use tariff emra wo be use Kenya na be kire boa wo betua it wo use Kenya no emra ni padodo wo use Kenya na ye fa the peak hours a wo betua ebi enokra na be me yenyeska.
Okay.
Na we use Kenya no off peak hours. Emra nipa kakra bi use Kenya no so aba no. Na yetin Kenya bo so. Ye de ade bi by friend of time of use tariff. Emra we be use Kenya na be kire boa obetua. It we use Kenya no. Emra nipa do we use Kenya na ye friend the peak hours a.
Na no ya moka.
Ebi enokra na be me yenyeska.
Okay.
Na we use Kenya no off peak hours. Emra nipa kakra bi use Kenya na atebo no so ama.
You know the for be night adwuma nko
there be because the meter na be use for time of use no calibrated to run 24 hours.
Lawyer.
Enti say enye adwuma anopa na anadwo nko na we use it will cut you out. You won't benefit from that. It will be calibrated say for peak hours 6 a.m. to say 9 p.m. charge obi use Kenya 1 kilowatt hour of power charging 1 cedi. But if it 10 p.m. you go see how much 5 charging 50 pesos. That was what no. Near think Kenya boso. Yeah, the idea be by friend of time of use tariff. Emra will be use Kenya na be kire boa obetua. It will use Kenya no. Emra ni padodo will use Kenya na friend the peak hours a.
Na no ya moka.
Say obi kase na hu say nipa no odi atra utimi hu nipa say atropa you say lady no host no kra no like asoma na Sami Jamfi kana any surprise and tronko a asoma Kenya nkontompu nko na otwa omo wini lessons akwawie say peak time ni off peak time na go say and this for madada Ghana for mo di atra say dey agi to me mo ba ya you are not doing exactly what you said. Say peak hours, off peak hours. Akwesi say, ene kania no na 2025 man through 2,000 Ghana cedis. Next year na you are going to pay 1,306 with the same usage. Na Awa Mohammed our line is no. Awa good morning.
Good morning minia.
Na bokode.
Na mi adom na wo say.
Nyame adom so ye pa na ayi campaign amanfo ye yi a ama edu obi atan so na ko TV ni radio su kwa kasai wani de akire de
mani de akire pa
na hu ni sai
Mini amida se maminchia we hwe ko ne wati ofanyina na menka se amida se pa for this opportunity eya we husem anka enye hwe se ye campaign na yakotena fidie so na ye di nkomo kama na yasan aka because we say ukọ ekiri sa na ukọ campaign na enye obi ha na obi kokko hu no because for instance that man na the candidate nyina no ekọ Ashanti region me ni ho no Accra but me a delegate to Ashanti region enti manya kwan hu omo enti definitely say omo ba na omo kan say e bia omo ebe ye sa a campaign or radio so and I say TV so important you move be able to me na you making informed decisions say bia na me attached to any candidate and I say omo tese me a omo tie kire a omo be ye campaign na omo ni ho no omo so able to me enya omo chafa ntina nka nya hwe but wo hwe ensema APPA free mo ni na keka ho na eno na ye awe husam no sanse unim se we call elections so ade ba ko edi enya pa ensema NDC for ekafa ye ho a ye nko for eka fa ye ho any videos na ke we say 1 week to the elections no almost see every radio station and TV stations are not almost eye kene Japan videos eni nsama work MPP for yen kwase afọ ne na keka ho nyina so se ene obetna fidie so na utie ensam na ono kra no start kan ya o se die ase waye din na on kasa biom na bibi o ho a umbisa na o se o ni ya no ne na keka ho mara ko du ba bia ebisa ne se na wulusu a obe tani pa na obe win na chi ana o se oni answer bia de ma obia o say the last time oba Takoradi eko eye mo amunuanum eye friends sky for edi nkomo eho ye ka say ulusu a obe free party no say be be free party no na metete wo mo pa ampa watena mo atete ye ena say wo sanse enokura de onni ehu aye anu ye kura wa wo say businessman who ska who companies bebre yes I know catch right obi a wo say who businessman who companies who sika bebre ni na keka ho na say okay so say ne enye hwe o companies no bidi na yehu say o company no wa house wa fa nipa 7,000 adwuma obi eni ho betime agi akini say wa na wo ka na so bobo companies ni din na yehu ba bia companies no wo anka ya buruchira ansa na ode mai na anka ya buruchira anka ya preventing from contestant anka electoral commission be disqualify say we ni kura as flag bearer essence some na o kind say ombodi essence the last time obo din no obobo in the companies be no GR4 eba ya omo ene no edi nkomo a omo kan say company we ya wodia what you own tax company we there na what you own tax and no chira wo say we you be on tax or mayemo obi o person we president now say the member companies in dey because me bo a GR4 ebeba na o ma be cheme dia and no chira say he is not even fit to be president
but apart from that Dr. Brenner Champon or say do to engineer correct omunyina campaign Dr. Bawumia campaign me fo say enra na me ne one of the lawyers for a year Japan Casa platform is on Casa. It is time for each candidate to ask with me a can you bet me then say by attacking we at the end of the day you two we are one candidate a be emerge as victor other 4 aspirants no as so many campaign man it is a man yana now we are attacking we wake we are but who be win very difficult for the others to come on board to even campaign for that candidate you know. It will be
exactly several times. Oh no, only message. It will only message. And then
and they won't even cast any message. So I cast only message. It's only message.
Baby, Nipa now say obesity jobs no. You see why you be as private person. Say baby our company won't even say product ben our company uni onka anka wonni ni dia kwa ka say product we me company na ye product we me company na ye na no already agena so mu say ampa wo obi a at least wo no kwafo wo obi a wo companies no wo obi a say na ye de ma wa obitima ye na nye say bia de bia so ya ni ska ni sikani no companies na metia create jobs etimuntu ma me na me create jobs eno kra no enkapo.
Okay.
Yes, you have a be anywhere. Ubi ko jina se yento abama ne so companies. Senanka your friends chama utu ko ono so na ko se ono so ko president pe. Despite mo your friends Magdan mo. Anyi sa na dey no even abrochire your first can contest. Ni nyina ne se rich ideas a ubetimi aboa ama oman no obi anya le chafa.
Okay.
Na wo ba na wo create adwuma ni wi a. Ni bo na ono wo adwuma ne no. Te se wo a wo ti wo ya wo ye adwuma yi. Na abai no ama ma wo no. Ana. Se wo ye adwuma. Ni bo na wo ba no se ni obetimi aya ni se obema adwuma.
Okay.
So my adwuma wi a governance no dey aka no wo be the health wo be ndey.
Mate. Oya mami for si wo. Se say no Dr. Bomia Ghana card no but for National Insurance Commission say from next month econo first day of the month no and na omo dey insurance purchase a lot of insurance packages nyina we a good call.
Really many the unfolding events no okay say yaba in 2017 first na Dr. Bomia kind said I was say you formalize the economy no. So we formalize the economy now. One thing critical national identification because we got brutal. Didn't ama omuche ye say they have proper identification you need to identify na ye hu say utua tax and answer what him any na keka hu nyina you to hu adwuma wu ye you to hu say unye adwuma kra na at least you to ye adwuma we. Dr. Wamia kan say we no. O kan say ene so we be man 10 interchanges. Na they compare to Ghana card or no better Ghana card because Ghana card no the interchanges in the so okay
yeah
omo didi na temo ko ha say we say no interchange Ghana card exchange interchange ene one free your friends say some you first term university omo kan so mu tua AFU first
yeah
one of the qualifications are odi ye say o Ghana card only Ghana card on your scanning abayi baye bibi o ma ye bia Ghana card no de bibi o to the extent that you say your friends passport office kwa no kwa e was say o Ghana card na bibi ni wa even in the banks and I want to go bank so only Ghana card ultimate ye adwuma bank kwa and no ma at least one and said your proper identification eboa ema ye kate corruption.
Yeah.
Two and also ema at least yetimi raise revenue ema sika eba this kind of go see interchange in the account. But you tell say they say within this period no aba just within 1 year obi who said Dr. Baumia ejumana or no this in any so or by as vice president or by boa president Akufo-Addo you know so ban for so dey bia again day in day out normal na o kan about proper identification and normal be bia or dey buy ya dey enya so for so no kan fo nya so for so ba.
Okay, why Maminasi? Why Maminasi now? Bibi actually my job after why?
Mr. Bedasa Paminia.
Awa Mohammed, the national communication team member for the New Patriotic Party. Now, no pay Yellow Commodity for Ghana card and National Insurance Commission for be issue across all board for purchasing of various insurance packages in the country. 741 and Chekrata animal boss war abna. Ene o chema ba betena sira fi aboboso kakra kakra na ya wada na hedi o monso report one pay na yentua so emfa enko yenim e wa hana fi no yenim komo emfa ho okay it's so interesting Rafael Katiasa Heathrow Airport is bigger than the whole secondary constituency. Okay, Rafael said to be honest, Japan lies is most of his thoughts. Okay. Gladys say happy Thursday to all our viewers on Western in the morning. Yeah, as a palma Gladys coming shop. Ken lies like there is no tomorrow. Okay. Damwa yaw Kobna. Good morning, Anabu Prah. Me chapa Kobna be fawati. Okay. 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 Me da sepa Topax abeto. abeto I say abu long time okay good morning okay good work me that pa abeto bia be fine wate okay Rafen Katia say all these insurance companies are scammers America good morning I'm asking Mahama where is the jobs where ye Kwame Yeboa the odon so ban no na graduates abe yina no say the money Mahama is supposed to use to create jobs is in the banks okay in the bank ayate so also for a message bra na yen come out 0248071174 text message WhatsApp message uko YouTube no so a na wode ato so bre so a na ya kan bi e di amount e wo hanum sei na bibia so my fine e de ama ye nyina de metete no okay bibia be fine me bompa say asomdwe betimi aba na recommendations ne report no aba no enko fast and fufuro bia ma na yenti asem fufuro bia mfemfiri soro ho na afi no niam nso betimi ay kama that is my prayer me bompa say ebetimi akowie sa na bibia nso ay kama de amaye ele me no kasai Dr. Frank Bano o say finance minister nsemu a wo kasa an na exchange rate no na exchange rate depreciation no na ama yen public debt etimi akodu 70 billion Ghana cedi we say no kura bi enim kra eno so enkoma da ha ye hwena ye ni bi mfa ho mama ne wona aba no okay Dr. Frank Bano good morning Dr. Mathieu
mini empacha mejo so
na wona mu ye de
Nyankopon adom pacho na nzo e.
Na me na adom kakra transe ho ye pa. Na enda na Bank of Ghana aka sem na se enya no kro ne nya adwin. Ai minister for finance rather.
Yo, me da se me ne anope me chia eye woni wetie fo nyina me chia we in studio mu nyina.
Okay.
Me ne emi se ne o kan me economist me sai o chere enti eba eye economics ne sikasem toto ye dia ye be kan se Nyankopon amaye nimdie no nti no ensem ne bi wo ho na se ye ka na se entwasumo a wo se ye mu bi a ye nso Nyankopon adom ye wo hu nimdie no wo se ye tumi ba abonten na ye de enchetremu a emu da ho fan edema Ghana for ne weti for no omote ase
okay
na emi se asem ne nyina ne se eye Ghana eye yen third quarter no you say yen ka ye de eye de broni fene se public debt no apeje ni mu pa ekosoro na ufa sa third quarter nan ko a eye between eye July August September nan ko a Ghana ye eka ye bro ye no na ye 71.6 billion Ghana sika foforo no emu orerem yi pa na we na yenkoje nchiremu enfiri wona wo bro sa kai a yenkote a ye say wo say bibi the depreciation of the cedi cedi ya sisi a wo abedi Ghana so aban wo so kache Ghana for say wetumi amanage ni year ebinsi da no yes numum aside depreciate wo go say asam na contradictory yes cedi no ya manage ni year pay ebinsi da emana ho ode ne se ne apagya no kwa de bi mada fiti se ye share kabimami kabi amamuase at the same time ne yes say cedi ya manage ni year na ho ode bi made eno depreciation say na ho ode ne entumi nyina perepere ye enyina dollar na limunti eno na ama Ghana ya bro eka 71.6 billion ede aka ye ka ye de ho sa semi na mete ya na me ba bonte ne betudwa se enye no kreda na no krebi enim na anope mefo afidie na me de nchiremu ato ane watifo ne Ghana fo na Ghana fo ehu enti a meka se enye ne kre na enye se medema no ene eka na track eke okay the entire America say enya no kre na back on say ofa 2026 budget a yura ato forcing edekoto parliament anim bosomia etwem November na say okenkan budget ne pa ye ne nchirichirimu ekwan a aban fa so say onye sika ne ye frɛ ne say revenue no eto aban beje ne nioma aban de bekwa bruchi akoton amana ne aton revenue a obenya efrimu eni sika aban se odie na se ofa 2026 budget na yura minister ekokan na anu ya na the budget na nkasa no ade baako a ebebe di e budget no mo kan ya e de DP ni say yen revenues no etro anasika aban ye na dwe say enka obegege no wanya na sane na oka senka openo no it is a work kan budget ni ye pa for the same third quarter year na ye ka say ye ka ye de akosoro 71.6 billion no. That same third quarter in the budget 2026 budget no you the minister na ko kan e parliament said revenue ananka ye hwe ni say budget for the third quarter no confirmed by 7.7 billion Ghana cedis in just the third quarter. It is a true abaye so obejeje na onka odi abogana ho benano. When to me enya sa ato no na sa 7.7 billion wo de ko America Ghana dollar duma na wo fa exchange rate at that time na e base about $700 billion eno kwan eto a yentumi enya in the third quarter. Enti ekobasa na ekira wo say aban no de on why the plan projection say wo sika obedi no more aban ka so obedi sika e bia meyi kwan mesi school dan mesi hospital medinyam kania be konkurase be bia bi nie meyi akwan mesa nurse for no teacher for allowances ne ne ekeka ho ana no yete ho nsem ne ho struggle e bia metuetue bi ne ne ekeka ho we nyina eye sika eye part of sika aban be di a podcast ne friends public expenditure in the ekobasa aban revenue ekofom the moment no plan the expenditure ne dey want to be fan sakeka because be na anano yehu ye no da ene na twetwe me Ghana for be brain teacher for nurse for environmental health officers omo nyina protesting
okay
and want to be fan sakeka to start expenditure ne dey e was opekwan a odi betua and the ekobasa there was a aban no esi abonten akoba besia enti wo hwe bibi te say eye dey friend say domestic treasury bill marketer aban no besia wa bo ho no menua se me he many a metumi aka ne pain wo afidie say afi we nko na wiye no wan hwa na besia nko aban na abo from domestic treasury bill market no wan ha ye betwem 200 billion Ghana cedis
na saba wo ba so mo besia bia
that they are not correct. In fact, we are not found.
Saba we buy wo mo besia o se not correct
me am say anya no correct me do ko budget ni ma na ma kire wo mo for 2026 budget ni mo a time and minister ka said there has been revenue shortfall no or saka wo mo say because of that in the fourth quarter September October November December in aban no hwe ni mo say within sa bosome me ensen a October esase edeba November besi December awie no obebo besi anko a wo treasury bill market no 74 billion Ghana cedis yes ni nyina budget no eheme na make Google ne ya obehu say government expected to raise T-bills of about 74 billion Ghana cedis for the fourth quarter ni nyina ewo ho enti ekobasa na pressure beda aban so say ba mo rate fi say aban ebe o say Ghana for bose akese enti no sa bose ni nyina you are under pressure to fulfill na sa bose ya wo under pressure nyina sika na wo hia na wo de afofele sa budget no enti ekoba na sa na e wo say aban no ekoba besia enti we ade ba ko a ama yen public debt na akosoro na enye depreciation of the cedi against the dollar. Meaning, I mean, the second point in America say any depreciation of the cedi against the dollar. The second point, you know, we need to support us and you say a self-inflicted. They say, "Ya kasana ya fasa kai any you need to try when the muje tree." And only the second point. Now, I didn't in America na sa unia. Ente biya no me start the two jaka Ghana for any finance minister say. E kwanya wonne the Bank of Ghana governor. Afa so cedi no dollar no ahoɔden no ententeno ano so wo ma hwɛ ni ya e do ha pese bebre
okay
na me kan ya no nipa bebre na omo ntima se ti bi kura se bi omo nyame kasetia but yen de nyame asoma se nimdi de am se nyene eno ne ye beka nye de ebe ye obi de ene ye beka na me nia saa asem ne ya de ba ko ntia ene ye public debt no akosoro adenti na me kasa we say ababia afene be shase afene say the fiscal year na say okko parliament say me aban we buy the first budget origin somewhere in April na so year revenue projections aya wo de eye dollar estimate bi na eye fi say we sika bebre na bejana dodo no wo yi tax revenue from man eye wo gold the box item you anima abakoton wa abonten na wo de eno so oil so abeton na wo de sika na ba no so wo koton aya sika no eye America dollar na aban no na mo se saade no afi ne be sase onya nkoton dodo na anya sika ninti no aya na oyusu de efo ne se projection nti aban no be fa ne se oh e bia 2025 no the budget statement no fa ne se oh e bia ye hwe ne mu se a dollar will trade around e bia 13 cedis and or the iron projection. And based on this projection, and or they multiply the amount of goods and services or person or turn or amanone na odi trend revenue projection. Na enumu so na edama determine say semi revenue projection you say there and there was this expenditure and that's it medi esu 18 say.
Okay.
Now when I buy through the central bank, the uncontrolled and excessive intervention in the forest market. Yankasa, yes, Kakra, yes, to go a city, send a bear and a more than able to me apeja akofsoro. And to me, I say, Sidi no and more than epeja kosra. But in Kanka say, be a now year projects remain Casasa or budgeting. But we in front of enemy Chanagana for Atiasi. Be a year projection. What is 13 Ghana cedis to $1 and a year projection in terms of revenue, Albina. Says here no artificial manipulation of your currency into Sidi no now what the projections and kaya 13 no be at other dejina 11 Ghana cedis. And between that drop of 2 cedis no sikanka wasenka wunya and a washre.
Okay.
And enoko basa ne sikanka wo he ni musenka obinya no because of one artificial manipulation of your currency into no and say sikano ate akofom na eno so sadia na ewo se okwa abonten na osakoba beze enti nyina ka obi ntina make se ama aban no esi eye domestic market ma obo besia bebre edru ba bi mpa dates no be enipa no be ka so obi di bia no aban no se he maje o he the recent dates omo ye ya eno tira wo se the government is in a desperate position for money and am san you me ya be dey atudwend enti so obi ka tira wo se eye depreciation of the cedi ntina ya bokana se ye be di nchimu na tira mo no just enokrebia in them.
But I say, Doctor Frank Bano, development economy society lecturer, Gimpa, and pay, and you didn't come on my casa, Bisiano Mubusicana, dollar no more horde, any tie seed nechi, any forest market, no, said I see the Bidan, you know, and you're sustainable. And Dr. Zwatchimun who said, Branwa, a binary Ministry of Finance, Ebono, and Wakruno. I can't see men none of trouble. Krata amuboswo no wachama umbrana yamuboso na afi no yenhwe de efrimo enso aba ene anopai ewa ha na yene bi mfamfiri wo se krata no so aba pa de ene de enzam omuburu bi supa ti yebabuboso kakra so ede ama yahwefo ene anopai ewa ha abrana te say
adomo
yede nyamiase Achama boko.
Oh, jazakallahu khairan. Yamiadum.
Oh, okay.
Na uswe.
Yamiadum. Nisume yepa. Mo na chire me.
Ai mo so wan wen nim kakra
ni. Mo chire pa minimum say de. Whether no nim di asie pa. Okay. So we dey efie
din sa.
Asembe na ofie.
Yan start na yan men come free His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Because sabi yesi enimu ani enimu nti no ya de bi kra na se echi na de faso beba kra no a yehunu sa ha na nkowie on say nura o breaking grounds for the whole oxygen city was so basi 800 housing units na o de aboa the people of Volta region 8 environs say we betumi nya affordable house na so betumi adam say wo to ana say wo rent here me gidi say normally na ya na ne to no nti na musisi but senior de be asma me kan say ye biribi san so yemu nkompon kohwe echi because omemu ne yete ene kobo bosia $200 million say be see 5,000 housing units e wasagleme edru na wie ye no na 5,000 adane 1,509 housing units eno mutumi see ye meanwhile na $200 million bosia ne kobo ye no ye yusu ni na almost inflation cost we cost ne ade no problem So 1,509 housing units, no MPP by them. Omo say almost be here $111 million. BM as omo to me the real dina 8,500. No, which means ya keka almost $400 million. A dino me no ka say seglement no me nya sure say obi tim sesi ana say obi akwa kotosa housing unit ni be na project no ebi. Na eno so de no mampani ekwa kate so do voter region ho no. Was it 800 housing units? Now, pricing in dollars. In terms, Canada denomination me hu yame. But so mampani be hwie no in say free ho no. And then me problem no me how am wo mu.
Okay.
Because 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms housing unit. And ye ordinary Ghanaians asabe ye ketua 2,000, 3,000, 1,500 ne betumi akwakoto side no ebi. So therefore, omu si dan de mo ankasa ho a omu sika a betumi ato. Edu baby segment me ye to diverse teacher say wa open beto. But my share down no ya be ani ade no and this can be say wo no and obi an kwankoto segleme no. It is some company say sir 800 housing units now see wo see the people of voter region na wo housing deficit wo mo no o matumi enya baby de omuti ato no yes no 2 bedrooms 3 bedrooms na obi na be yesika de ato bi at least single room self container na chairman hall self container bi mpa okay sa no obeso mo see dey si wo na obi aso ma magibi because abedum for yetu kasen. Say we see 2 bedroom apartment, story building. Send you musi no seglemena. But say na your white elephant. Because social media no so ko bebre no e kasa wa pani.
Ye po me friend na kache no.
Me ehia me pa. Ayo Mexico.
Ayo Mexico.
O Mexico ntisi ye because say project me yan fa so bien free mu a emwa ye. Me ba aye mampurugu. Aye ohene na yiri dia no so but abra wa ntu de bibi kakro be kan yambra.
Ye yenko na yiri ho mbra.
Yenko na yiri ho mbra. I start on na yiri man. Mama na yiri ni buefu.
In fact, I critical. Me I said now the way I'm painting statement in we are right up here and I'm not comfortable because obi a obeka bia hu say with the committee ni mediation ni mkra twitwi for ma say o ma regard o ma fani die ama otumfo no madwuma o ye na say hadwen kakra ba say obi die ya ba na say one recognize wo mu yie ni die fine you have the right to say na bia sa projection mo kasa bia we hene popra wo kusasi no na bia gusudi ono na gusu yo hene ho ne sa na ma na fine mo ne mu se bia intention bia kwa fine ba say we describe the so called na floud and then na say eno na issue kakra me say me have kakra because omo hena omo nkama sum because I say akoma confirm sa akoma confirm sa
no person say recommendations are woman no two for share break akra mu no recommendations na no and the report no emu sana
na on ka say enimu we say as o man factor o mo de no wom
say o man factor na say recommendations no a percent ka
ba no ni say de o mo de ba no so eni recommendation nim
ono no ohene na yiri no man purugu na yiri ni say o kire say onu share otumfu ana say ne team no share otumfu no omo de a lot of recommendations na ma otumfu say when I say report no kan so call report na e ko ma peni no omo recommendations no enimu ohunu ti ohunu say untumi immediate asam na asam no wie wabra nimpa so recommendations a o ka kire wo no amba mu a ma peni nei
ba bia o ka ya me ye na adwen say ase omodi assembly ko jubilees at least that fast ni na no they were supposed to be there what you say bia bo fast ni bia nkokora bi na nche the unity na ya baba do no statement say obi a we mediation an fa ya ko bi na de fast bi nko na ko ye no so no so ye adatina going for the bia omo wo case and somebody omo ma chere bi
o tu for any adwuma wa ye adwuma
pa fa so omo ba adwuma pa
wa ye adwuma ntino man
ana no so ka say we ye mediator when you arbitrator
yes
ntino
wa hwe na bibia mo ana matem wase ya to dia fe ko do ma pani wa okay so they abena wa nti ka bi na 1 billion ne de chama me de mani nye ho hey na o ma sika matem 1 billion akoso wo se ento kwa momuku ye nti ya fa mesiesie yi himfa apa east region abena o de to aso why
Mami ndi kan chia no pay na eno report no making kan ye ba man kin kan wi because wo hwe ne adene kona ade bi e ha adwene yi pa woni se wo mo start process ni nyina no na yiri na nkasa no wanko hobio na nemusifo ene wo mo ekoye enti wa nemusifo kwa na chese ne ombe ba bekan bia no wonso ye den wogitum enti eno a me baby ye me ya isanso ye mebufu pa ye the so called that particular line no in fact one fani di ama asante hene one fani di ama no na sesi anso na ade ba ko ha dwene pa ama santo kwana se ye sha enye nne kina na eba bejo ene se amanyofo na wo mo honom no de wo mo agim na mo de ye amanyosem eyade bi ha dwene yi
man MPP ne ndisi
yes eyade bi ha dwene yi pa adano report no ye de koye na mampeni so receive ye ne kasa mu no wo kan kasa bi kire se ye run adan kwakufu ado ene share process na se ne handing over note wo de ma no no e kire ne bebi ono no aya kwakoduro ene ono so aba wa aba beto so nti I don't think senka we mpo wo se yetumi de yamanyosam se MPP ahase afri bebi na NDC aba beto so ama ya ye hu so bebi ye kwa edi nka asomdwemu ana ye kono I don't think say wo se mpenifo twumu chinchiransa
okay
she ade asem si e wo nipa mienu entemu a ansa na asomdwe beba no e wo se baako enye se bia e wo na wanye ni yio na emom wo se baako eje mu maneka ansa na asomdwe etumi aba na ye ba ne se ye twe ne twintwan momma ye mpenifo enura make a report na se me ba mitimi se momma ye mpenifo ade ya na ha adwen ne se wo mo ye menti ase no e ya na wo mo ho nkan yensha soldier for edo wo mo akọ no ma ebinu ewu ebinu eprepra yensha police for wo mo eprepra ewuwo safo no so wo say ye dwen so wo mo ebusua
immigration officers wo mo borders no ma koto so mzo etwaja to mo kuma etwaja to just like that
wo mo nimu ntokwa ho hwe wo mo de wo mo ba so wo mo be hwema asumdwa ye adwuma emma ne nkwada innocent wo mo nimu ho hwe no wo mo no wo mo nkwa ya na eda esanim chef first nka wo kenkan pa na first no eba ne say post ni pass out so je ni pass out na wo pe bebia nka honom ne hotspot na nka wo mo pe enso ene hwan no pass okoboko hwan na obeka se me de ma pass out na say ye transfer me de me akoboko me ni je ho na ne nye ho because honom no enye save biem e wo say ye dwene ho say eba ne san so man ye lose revenue e honom ye de nneoma fa ho ko obi man so koton obi so de bi fa honom eba beton na so se ne honom akwakọ ye ntie mbese beko ye hwe sika ye twa ye de kọ honom monko a ye hwe sika ye twa ye de kọ honom monim ka mo boye
omoma sumdwemra esre o ma na no mon kasa no masumdwemra na de omo recommendation omo nsum na omo fanya adwuma na mo ma asumdwemra before se bebo apa
senior yes you afraid be post conflict reconstruction since and war that is revitalization of Boko and Nkotemu but you see out of moamuno maybe a more ya ntiase nemu and as I speak to you now tune for the wire be crastel na no more doubt on report or the buy and more friends so called report which means more so no more ya marry some media ntokwa no nti ntokwa na ya mo de ye na your member say be mo nye far from
ntiase na anya adwuma nya sem ntokwa na ya mo de
oh no
da bi so na ye be kan no
na say na ye na ye ntie ho aso no maybe ho
report no crampo and touch ground ye kan wie ya na waso adena no se me ntiase
still na so ntiase ntokwa no na meka say ye so nti no anya o man sika 1 billion Ghana cedis no na I was say waste on a year Boko ne Nkotemu because omampani wo mo na konye ntiase
ya o se ho ase na o mo ne ma se dia
na say eze mahama yarga dan na ye hye no na ye kwakwese
o ba se no nko a ma se da bebere
school adan
ma susu school adan ni ade a
akwa no wa se no ana ma yede so you should build them bill wo mo bill ahimfu mienu no ene mpenfo mo
so ko no mo ska ko
no because
bill wo mo na
aye wo mo fum so
aye mo ntini ye ko
aye wo mo fum so
aye mo ntom mienu ko sa se ne ma mpurusi ahimfu mienu ntini ye ko who is overlord one odi asase we so one o peni wa ha one e we na iri anaboko na isi mo amotokwa bi na de san ni na de aba won we free mu ne de fa mo free mu o ma na de obeye bi ade mo wo mo but say bia reconstructing kroni biemu no enyo man na say de mo na say bi o mo nya mo yi na mo kon abraka asem bi say eno no anga ne ye fa de a na say eno ne ye kan wasem de a ene make so man peni 1 billion no krisua because mo amanyofo no a enye boku na mampeni kwanya na kusasi asase so aka say me dey what I know ni say ohene ba ko pene ewo hanom say na yekusa ohene all of this sense me na e dey buy but for security reasons inti ya besere 1 billion na your man sika
mate
o mampeni wo na say na year of mampudugu when I research so budget report na tumu a say 1 billion man we waste on them because hospital ma say no mo say no school dey ma say no mo na say no dia ma say no mo na say no bia antino ya me wo mo no muntua ne fa and reconstruct kuro no bi na nya man Ghana ye futuom ne ekofa 1 billion Ghana cedis ansa ne ntokwa no be man ntokwa ye de kuro bi aso na ke so Takoradi yeso atiesim ya kontokwa sa amampani di 2 billion no de abran ye
na de akwa
so am ye popular we no akwa kabazu foti abum
benso kwa na ye popular ho
say ja me honem free nti make say so o me popular me hu o mo ne hu me baba so de me siwa me chance ne mu aso ne pepepe first na me ye no ba chance na se ne 55 aso ne ya bochi fon na no de atanse mu me
say o mu come to special
abra na me wada no mabokokoko dia na ready nti de bra na wo bedu ho
say wo TV so
aba bra na wo ejuma ye ye
ye go piatere ye go me
to kono mo aso man pe no so ntokwa so so twese ka to ntokwa bi aho de a ma ntokwa ye nkofo de
enya ntokwa no twese ka to ho niam o ma say no ho no na ye pesca de sie
na bacha de na ko kama eno ma say
ntokwa na bae
ntokwa na say ya kwa na ma say ya man pe ni discover be shemu dia and ye pon amene abena ya ku bubuda we na discover be shemu ohunu enya fe yan kan yasasem mi cho mo so na sabe ne ye de enkoye
asem na yan kan yasasem tu wo mutim
ne no mu yi
na adan report na bra na ma asante hinigu so working kan na nipa ba ko wa ba betwete say into this particular place as kuma bi enti ye lose dia man principal like emwa ye kase bi a ye ka no na IP address na ye de chichira manfo na enye adwuma bi mu ana ana no wo ye APP ni nkwa na e wo sasa IP ni yetu
internet ni wo
because ye kase ye chichira wo mu ebeboa oh they are not helping anyways ye ko some na mote honom eno na mu MP ba ko wontumi nkonukuro madan report ye kinka wieye me hu nanim aye nije na me se papa yi o se finally metumi akomikrom na finally metumi akomikrom no masa so se ye nti ye ho ase oh
ya te ye go krata ni mumra na
yo ye kon krata ni mu dia na Mesha see free the archives ko wakrata nim archives say profiling the facts na wonim say adwuma ye say ebu mi pa ewo Nzema East okwa adwuma wo betumi ayenya ho ntenten pa ye say ye galamsey ye say ebu mi papa ema ye bi emema ye bi nkwada school fo wonya galamsey wonya sika otu aduane kra ye nto
okra ebo no ye galamsey ye mpel
ne na wonya galamsey ade foforo abaso na brante wonya bia de ne ye pel ohu bana sa kra yeso wonim krom wonim krom enti wo shoko wakrate nani mo ye Emmanuel Amakofi bua ne mfoni na eda ha no sei yese chese hectares of cocoa farms and ye twutwe ni nyinegu ye galamsey wo kwadwira banso ayese honom de sese honom na ye the crime scene nankasa the archives ko wakrata no so edi aba ene anopei na we editorial bi a archives for ye wo bi so was coming up who owns Jazz Mining Company in Nzema East eno na foforo aba na
menti krada
yo jamba foforo yesi Jazz ana JAS iti archives or dege na wotumi edi abade eno so ewo ko wakrate nanim ene anopei na wo sha ko wakrata enimu so say government any controller won acclare teacher allowances no but teacher unions any naysayers remain silent oboa archives oboa na wonim say allowance no krampo yetete wo 500 cedis
oh sir
professional ho allowance yetete wo 500 cedis into wo say who are the naysayers who are the naysayers oboa teacher for no mo kasa samo matete wo mo eno so edako wakrate nanim enne anopei na yesi interior minister say ti ado land dispute no yesi ne nsa wom kratafe toso 9 ene de won so edi abaye na yesi Jospon group of wo mo inject 200k for Zoom Lion Mosque completion eno so eda archive cinema anopei
your authentic media outlets Ohiniba News na otufo say to abebio nyame kese ne foni eda ha ofra kuntunkuni eno abone che kama nana nkwaso pia wayade na ndei wo kasa edi a kire bono regional minister say for amanyo sem no political position de wonya sabi ke kase ye chicha ana ye didibre na kwakwaji a na kase sabi wo abodi krata akra ne duru san ayotumi appoint say ye bono regional minister na wo do amanyo sem mu ede for sampa himfo wono sensemu chieftaincy affairs you free mu kra we enkoma embrehye bedwemfo ne won akeka won so mo bombesi hene no Uyo amayonia yumfree ahensem na ahensem na amanyosem eye bibia enhia kra bo ebra kra na otumfo asanten no se tu ababie okrata fa so emienu na yede ne phone ni nsem we ede aba mampani da na adan kokufu ado o mesa benkum ana mfimfiri no ye kenofo ata hono finance minister na ezi awie free din kenofo ata ne eye mampani John Dramani Mahama phone da ha na se akufu ado wo se da bi won fa ne nsa ene ne hu weru enwurawura yura kenofo ata so ba ga na ha no won ka che mampani John Dramani Mahama bia se won hwene won fam boko emra onye bibia sa ni se na gofo kan sam ne fa no ho no sa na tie asa ne smo de ba ne de ya bobo bokra eso da kra anenne wasan de ya ba yura heru kom na kokofu ene wono so ka cha manyofo se munyu free galamsey fight nim because I say politicians must not lead galamsey fight munja fama hemfo ene opinion leaders a wo mo mmia bia hodo a ye galamsey wo mo ene betumi etu galamsey asesa yen amanyofo ahimba news.
And another chronicle ko Accra tane dia ba na no pay say yes enche shuffling bi bekoso mamperi John Dramani Mahama ene ni na soafo no obehwe wa wo ba ye ministry ho no modern a wobo ye hwe ne ho no ebro wa ho de so ani apebe pufro do akose ye nsakireye na no ene yewura abuginapo ana no na ye John no John Abdullahi Jinapo enuanom no unim se Jinapo asi kire se enkunimdie
okay
ha victory Jinapo eno no oye minister for energy and green transition na wakasa fa ho o se o president ne wom so baba ya sese na we decide ne wo so otumi koso atena ne ministry na mummo no de won kontia na wo ka kire mampani so na de ne ni gini dwuma wo pa na kire se indirectly no ka kire mampani say energy ministry honom de sa wota hwani ehwaye ne de panti no munyanma no ntena wo ne ho eno no osua wo school nto hunu die panti munya no chronicle katofeto so miensa na di we so de baye na almighty kaswa the Republic of Kaswa yasan ya chi soja ni bi oho yaso ye fake soja na sa soja fo na mo ye fake ye na o mu wa kukuduro se eya wo mo band na ebo wo mo se wo mu nim se wo bo ba ko wo nkyerase wo na so mo die no ohu o mu tumi sesa miensa boso
onim ba dia hwe we nim ne e bia wo age no so a so je mu na wase odu sa rank no akopa de abo na beti
omunsia de de opesa wo copy ni yesia na bi sa ho se ne be ya yesia ni ebi so question sa wo betumi ayi ano wo ko sesa 3 e de akoso
W1 yeah oh yeah W1
W1 wo dina bante ha
say W1 ba se yanko beto
esa W1 de say by protocol
apartment bi anka wa akra wo mu no di breso
enti a kire wo sa akrofon komunta na mfo mo
abi
yenta hu wo mo yenta hu wo mo na yesa ya kire no na bo ne kra no nka wodi aka ho ne so opesa wotonton assault rifles ma mafo ho wo no ma the chronicle e dia ban ne anopeyi na chronicle sand dia bo yesa aban dia wasum otumfo report mediation report no ne dia sum nso na yire si ahene he me ye fra me chinchine atwa me ditum kra na nyamia inti me de me nyintum na me nyintum tena inti the best way I met to describe and say the so called mediation report papa omwade penny penny bi o no so mwade anya nkwadan kwa dem penny bi o ho a ono so mwade aha the chronicle na di we yaba
ma me for the Ghanaian Times, the most authoritative newspaper and twaso na there is net omo afa abefo kwan so and there is opese won tento ho no that is wo contribution no yetumi baji a and virtual means obetumi kra na so ma from na wo hwo manim ambacho music na this amount there is a virtual means abefa so one day omo branch ho ahodo na no betumi e de won tento so akwakoto abra enye se bi kro be nante akọ omo offices ahodo a atwe ho ehia o man Ghana ho akrata fe to so do 9 page 14 and the Ghanaian Times at this answer we dey aba na me se bankum so no mampani John Dramani Mahama ene ho mantemu ohenikase oda ho na wo mo e de aso ebo fomu a 800 unit whole oxygen series wo mo housing project no wo mo start take off inte ne be si adankra ba ko wo ha wotwe na apartment and if an apartment obrofo mu na kasa apartment a ade so apartment na say wo mo akwa kwetene mu na ye mu bi de man fa show trim say dan ye si di amount Yes, the amount penny phone or borrow phone or most cano. Because apartment me near to me top Prah. Into a Mexican DC that the amount penny phone the Archibino, what you are called the moon. Margins group and so I catch your minus Mwabwe, no minor the no swono. Yet to me, I'm a minor than here. Now, nobody me up one more minor swono as a rated development. Yet to me, so any 54 Ghana Armed Forces engineers and the do more call Jamaica. When you want you see, or some Conco Buana, rebuild Jamaica. The aftermath of mediations, mediation, let's see. And as a government set up 1 billion fund to build socio-economic infrastructure in Boko, Katafet also the Miensa, our Ghanaian Times.
Mede the daily searchlights and I'm a day at Wasson and Ukrainian son and Twapo, our Mimidian and Anope. Na Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Sierra Emmanuel Amako Fibu and Foni Edaha. Na lithium deal dispute no eno na minority for demand say yera no we gu no hwani mu ase papa inti wo se wo resign ne kratafe to so minu e wo the daily searchlight eno obetumi akenkan sansam no so e wo eho enra His Excellency John Dramani Mahama de aso akwo from Yalanche Oxygen City Housing Project e wo ho eno no ebe tackle housing shortage e wo omeyimu na achechire for de na e kase ebesisi ama wo mu ne. There are a lot of questions that I think we are not asking. Mampeni so I can say atrechere for na wo mo be accept posting across the rural areas no so. E be ma wo mo 20% bia allowance. And also so far my His Excellency wadawro meni de kwanso. Sa woti yen kan na atrechere for no ye kaka won kakran. The daily searchlight enim ene we so eda ene anope. Na ahanom be say the 10 million Ghana cedis to leave donation to Jamaica and Cuba no and a minority for buefu yes Mahama I say outside gentility home cry wo mo ya ye ni bi so sorry apesa wo ya di impress amafo sika wo de koma Cuba fo no o de boye ne ye de ye no bi ye wo ha enye ye wo wo de achachire fo ka de nurse fo ka wuntumi ntua ye wo kwakoye mmemasem e wa bonten Kratafeto Sunson ewo the daily searchlight ene de ba ya Yera Alexander minority leader Yera Fenyo Makin nimfoni eda ho ene anope na wo hwa hanso a ene boku mediation mampurugu overlord ono de osu otumfo wo recommendations no dia unlawful mejitumukra enye yi radi nyankopon na Unimark for ene akuna any SSA breed or the woman Sasha upon memorandum of understanding or be providing hands-on training at the AMA student and also Kratafe to Sunsia the daily searchlight go akratim. Now the crackremu ewaha yes small scale miners and woman to trasrem and penny say any abiners a one more send ye be ya hard rock mining ewo huni valley no omobe to me a boost womo epe emwa daily searchlight at the abano pay.
And a daily guide, if you crack na Nairi of Mampurugu, Mahami Abdullahi Shariga, Otoso, you know, na Papen and they send the Ebo Bosonwa, the so called mediation report, was one gin to move because a flood. FLAWED flood. Just say Adiano in Shada nye a potin ye womwa, or most sushi on the mountain for no, and a woman Tina acquire say in a way. Otumfo bi tire wo mo ana wo mo kire mu says some edition report o mo njin tumu ana o katafa to so emiensa papa ni phone da ha ano pe yaro hwe nenim no say papa yonyi ni papa panyin no no peda emze ya botal na eso de o mo de impenindie ne di hini o titefo no mo nyini na asabe o mo no fom no o mo de hini wo soro ho ndi no ye fa kora bi ankosi wo nti na mpani we nsoso no ere na ma nkwada na asabe o mo ni mom left from the right no wo mo wu basa no na enura minority so press conference na Yera Vincent Ekwasefua otafu pankro no mrahye bedwemni na wakasa ye na ne semi na ne se Yera Emmanuel Amakofibua Elemele Mugabe, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Minister for Environment and Science, and the technology no. Papa no tunu hwa de so. Anaso mampeni wan pam no because lithium deal na wa abrogate 10%, 5% no. Nya se bi enim sabe. Ana ase ne papa no ye ne nnwuma yo no. Nnwuma ye ne na no gina bebi no to yaboe. Ekebe yo yaboe o. Papa no wan pam na de so na ombo man no ewo yen sase ene obode ne mapa ɛwɔ nsase mu na yɛsɛ ɔmampanin ana CJ mpo ɛna wa appoint 3 judges specially for galamsey cases nti ɛwɔ atemmuafo mmiɛnsa bi a wɔn modwo wɔn yɛ ne sɛ yɛwɔ ho galamsey case bi aba a wɔn na bɛhwɛ no modie na sɛ yɛyɛ ne ntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛntɛm ne yɛyɛ nsa ɛde efiri ho Mustafa Hamid former NPA panin ɔno na wɔ challenge OSP ne charges a wɔde ato no so ɔno korakora mu ɛnora nso yɛwura Colonel Damoa German South mbrɛhyɛ badwamini
me papa no
okay
say me director pa me one of the political mentors baba ko no Canada mo
yeah say the man bail of 50 million
me because o makofa no o fa nda bay
I think say we need the sorry ne ba me hunu last week no last month mo na mu say o ka say papa we oka SMD no ho no kra no 6th accused person
Canada mo okay
court ni ade ba say o makɔkyere ne de me so me nya we but we dey court and a
German South member of parliament
yes German South member of parliament court na o man bail of 50 million Ghana cedis I don't think say security institutions be na kofa no court area o mama no 50 million bail say obenya idea bail no ho project ejapade eso mbosa no na the surety no so mo specify metumi akenka bi kakra bi ana
eno anu waka no the emphasis
the sureties no how mo specify na ka be say
o say busuafo ana say na fofo
we nim na me hu baby a wopoti ba the emphasis
okay what do hene baba
yeah na
okay mate mama na mose na yemfa munsia so obi ani ni birthday
me na ha me debate here next 2 months February 1st
abjafo yebeda mase na yadan ho abaye ba na yene abjafo atena se edi nkomo enso ewa ha me ba
shurupap ma name shurupap
qualities in him, like presidential qualities.
I don't see presidential qualities. I can see him that he can do some businesses. Businesses are over exaggerated.
How?
Because and nobody saying a friend saying factories don't want now no. Of I was in 19. Away 19 factories away. Una ne wo say when nyansa foforo a wakofa kube ato wo se kube nie na yebetumi anya we afiri kube ada na de da wonye kube etumi eboa nation ada na de da wonye enti ebi kwa de wo campaign ni no be ka say ene na offer trade minister o new presidential material
o say trade minister
of course so now o products are baby
also ideas and say what ideas now you can implement it.
Yes, the ideas now, you know, how far have you implemented it privately? The track record is there. I feel Miss Locra said, "Me factories do well because I'm here. GR rebelled me. I think about the Dimechi. How can a man be afraid to expose his success for scrutiny? How? What contradiction is this? It's a minimum baby who I walk can. Maybe say, Papa, is he sure he wants to become a president? But Mama,
you know, N9 824. Western Diamond TV, Western in the morning, and then Yawada Anopay, and Yano 18 Komo Ewaha. Mammy wish birthday way, Yaro, for picture to slap me wish birthday way, and fire in Friho, and Sana, Yenya Frederick Cabana, Yatua, and Comodiano, Esso. We a special birthday to Miss Sarah Amwako. Uwo Accra, Agape Down, ho ena uwo kwa sorry what the Church of Pentecost, Bethel Assembly, we everyone kasa unia ba, mame se wa ene busu asantini nyina, wono mo ewo agogo mpacho fa mame ne picture no unia ba ne picture no to suma me why na me be ne birthday no emfa emano, ene busu asantini mo asante achem agogo nyina. I say one more every show a happy birthday. Was there unyame nkwa ene na ho odene edemawo say the ohwehwe asasi subiano wonsa into me and so a special birthday to Miss Sarah Amwako wo Accra Agape Down ho na udu dwuma Church of Pentecost Bethel Assembly ho na wosom na we birthday yi every unuaba mame sewa ene ebusua santri nya so mo wish you a happy birthday me yonko berema bakwasi poku enso ka ho bia we wish you a special birthday o senior minshaw na onye wakoma so ade emaw ba bia odo na besibia na enye nhira na enya basebode mebusua santri nti ebusua ni nyina won mo asante achima gogo wish you a happy birthday Miss Sarah Amwako awo Accra wo cheche ewo Pentecost Bethel Assembly omose unyame unsha pa enne eye wa wodani mu a muduma woda nyina no a special happy birthday to you all enti eno so eno no okay be mana atenase be atenase be mana atenase na yene nkomo kakra enya he ye be fan sa ese me manage me ho kakra manage me ho na me ye no sa uri ala tisai
abu nyame adumo na wonso e
nyame na adumo sim ho ye
dan mo ho watan ba me fra
wanti okay bibia be fa ya be kama
abu
se party for no ho ye o Takoradi ha
abu ho nyina se me fan chia kese mfamo wonderful work you have been doing
okay
when you share party for ni bia so me abu when abu comes even abu baba abu ndam show so people have always been also monitoring
mpa me na code bi chiche me me ho fa me pa me bo wafra na code me minimu me bo chese nyeze me tie na me tie so pa me manager ase me ni ubewie but be fa we dale de enu me ni ye kura o de mat ho be week as 2 weeks ago era na watch you person was I me sa no
code no pon no ya yawo so ken no pa na code no no yen ka
asemo wo de ma me ntie o na hwesese no asemo da ho a mse obia di hu nkomo bie ne ye otumfo mediation okoye ye ne report odi aba ne government no stance ewo report ni mu ne enu anwumre no so no the free na yiri ho nso aba no ene na obia discuss say as a report no we rejecting it totally outright we just born an account we so adi tumo enye ye minim yensa se free ho na yento aso boko issues asumdwe betimi aba boko kwa be na betimi afaso is there a lasting peace betimi aba boko ana
abu anope de mamensa so minchia wo ete for washing na anope na ahono so awhwe o social media handles ni nyina so de ye chia ho na anope na minchia me Takoradi constant
na honest mama na my voice me record ni minya voice ni your how kasa mema mni nko
mate na minchia me member of parliament honorable Kobi Ochida Kumensa na minchia me communication director na me fellow communicators anope nem dem wo TV be brace o radio do a warrior party adwuma anope me minchia ho nyina na ho no so anyimbre na wi abrenya obokon me minchia ho nyina papa abu with this update when it comes to Boko issue here I am very happy about it because in Boko crisis no it doesn't affect the people of Boko, it affects the whole country. Abu, if you can remember rightly, there was one police guy Oyenzimeni of the Western region but when you know Koto Boko and because of this crisis into Wokunu Wokunu but Ofinzime Heyala. So the fact that Takoradi was central region western north doesn't mean that it cannot be affected by Boko crisis. There's a town biwaha of an Asamko. I think by 2 or 3 months Abu because of chieftaincy issue. The butcher from the bar Asamko was shoe croning to the ground. Ended 2 days. A day before yesterday. Time I'm call Mishia Menyankube. Na mami bia no wo Asamko kronumu because of it's a watch shoe croning to the ground. Or be a new kronumu. Or de nko konketenkete e BNB if you nko be no all about ton hammer mamino in order to obey skade didi. That is the consequences of conflict and war. Intinu say e Takoradi hampona say bia boko de nemfa wonyo hu ya kwasenko. Go and look at how the situation is there. Obiale gwan. And life before the main Asenko na it was a lively community. School wo churches wo mosque wo or your fishing community. Intino nkofu bebre fi northern region obafa nam wo hadoko. but because of that incident no question ikrona a ghost. So extra boko conflict now, it is one thing that nobody should joke about it. And when the Nansenya no Kumasi kra no obi Kusasi ni Mamprisi ni no was shooting no kra ewo Kumasi. And how it came down to the south. That is how boko conflict no consequences ni ehu. I quite remember NPP time. Every month Sikana government no sell ho in order to maintain peace ewo boko. It was so damning and so serious. It's kind in other terms, the Minister of Interior and Defense Minister and National Security has to spend that money so that there will be peace. Now, yellow botwaba, now President John Dramani Mahama, because of open voting, so you see Boko conflict as a tool. Now, or the year politics. Ghanaians, I want you to remember when President John Dramani Mahama was going from one platform to the another, campaigning and using Boko conflict as a campaign tool. So, Sesha, Obiala, Oye NPP, Nibia Bohunde, Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia, and Anna NPP. Obano, Kusasi Wana. Yenya 0 polling station upon polling station. Why? Because what did there, Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia Mamprusini and Kusase Fono, they hate the Mamprusini. So look at the consequences it came. Now one no mini pa ewo boko conflict politically or NDC. NDC won the political race when it comes to Boko. Because Eko Mamprusini no Kusase won NDC won. So Boko conflict it is something that we shouldn't joke about it. And extra time yene papa yene ura otumfo say tutu obe Jubilee House ya no rekase Mahama wie no nso rekasa ehun do se de na do danko Akufo-Addo started the talks with otumfo that obetum use in political ne traditional authority no da hwe Boko crisis ne da magana otumfo so jitum there obeye into also what elected no okoko confirm from otumfo no otumfo kede indeed obeye and now she be away be bodru and I believe say sisia no be boko conflict we be bodru no with intervention otumfo oye wom no I accept all the parties to agree that the way forward is peace. It shouldn't be about sisi amekusasi ni anamamprisini. No, yenhwe who is the rightful ruler, and I think
the rightful ruler in a creative problem.
No, it's a roadmap of the government now. Sisi and the rightful ruler has to rule. Until when the mamprisi hino, where the now the state will have to escort him, and also Obama traditional role to play, but there cannot be two warlord Boko. There can only be one. But Mamprusini, then also Obama traditional rule under the influence of the Kusasi Boko Naban. It has to be done for peace sake. For peace sake, it has to be done because it doesn't mean they be today a Boko Naba on the development, Baba. It only comes from the government, and exercise a government in which 1 billion Ghana cedis that war. That when peace prevails now. The development projects are all priority. Who make sure that it is done in Boko, and it should be accepted. It should be accepted. We should not. Mamobia should not instigate any violence further. No, it shouldn't happen. It shouldn't happen. I quite remember when IGP went to Boko in order to fight for peace. IGP ran away fighting for his life. Onye no convoy no mo shooting. Seneca no bulletproof and IGP would have been dead by now. IGP withdraw all the police force from Boko because they couldn't contain the situation in Boko. She teachers are wofi Boko. She nurses are wofi Boko. Mahama Yaga Nifi Kwa Washona. Majority leader Nifi was shown wa Boko. Then Mamino fi Pussy Ghana. Okay there. From during the military recruitment, it is the will of Alan. Also, if you was shown now, the majority leader cannot go to his house. Only to him constituency. What he can't go to the constituency. Into only say any MP no do Accra. Onti munko. So the Boko crisis, and the nature of it, we shouldn't joke with it. And the roadmap as another one. I expect everybody to listen and follow. They should listen and follow, because until there, since a town like Boko, and nurse ni bi ampadoko. Na the doctor dako. Now say men complaints of the MPs and the MCs and DC in there. No one want to accept postings into that region. Obey then wako. So I don't think that whenever one kakramano, it is the wish of the mothers or the parents there. Never only teacher monchanade. And now we see our work and no local hospital, no doctor in the nurse in the because we are fighting for chieftaincy dispute. No. It's yes, sir. And from a war one we don't know behind the young majority leader woman. We can also have great leaders from Boko who can lead Ghana one day or the other. So the fact is this conflict has to be stopped. And I believe that this roadmap, remember NDC, politics, President John Dramani Mahama, campaign at the end, it should be over. Mama NDC ni bi from political campaign biom. No, it is too much that every sector of Ghana NDC dear politics to an extent that what we are seeing in Boko, what we are seeing, the president Analampala, ultimately nani is Boko, IGP intimately nani is Boko. Why?
1 billion Ghana cedi for development or Boko. Is it a way you should go? I want for say. Scan son new kwasi de ko bisu anu anu because o ma hwere ne ma bebre ho ntiem first scan for at least yem fan ko development oboko. Do you side with them?
I side with them. You see, peace today, there is no price for peace. There is no price for peace. Say it doesn't matter if this 1 billion no roadmap is to be followed so that there will be peace in Bokwa. I think that it has to be followed. Na yem for the misikano yem fan ko na say roadmap and you follow a developmental project at what's a fatan. Do you remember the IGP time Okobokuno? He promised them that yes. So it's like the country or Ghana now want peace in Boko more than Boko for Nankasa. As I can see there what they are doing. Into 1 billion a day, I think that there's no price for peace. If Onunko saying Boko there will be developmental projects on into Obem will focus on adding value to themselves more than conflict. It is enough. I support the government.
Yes, who say the abeya na yiri say o accept report no. Mampani bia otumfo betena ho bi no onfra ahemfufuo no mienu na bia pa ba mienu miensa bi National Peace Council fo bi enka ho no mo antenase. In a form of a meeting, no one George or no so. We also say the report means that a commercial land of form. In the Enfre woman now and penny to be out. Nana would tune for so can be Philip Pammy being Cajon. No one translate the repressions on the report near the. Of course, I can assume to mean a good idea. Yes, to calm tempest down.
Yeah, say a tale tune for this speech in here. A bond there than baby licking or cacaho. That the presentation of the report is not the finality.
Okay.
One step is why they'll be looking for in there. Lawyers from both sides, through the National Peace Council, there will be further consultation and talks about how they can bring peace, further. Into Melekano, it was in the thought of Utum Former or King. Into there from here, I think that government so near 14 will be through the Sisi and the Peace Council. And when the Utum for Sisi and Oleka Mobimba Kadebio John Dramani Mahama Oleka, but or you know for what he saw a mediation in I think that going further and Melikanini now will be done. When I listen to the statement of Otumfo, it means that it will be done. One more 2 parties in Ambra, then Kusasi, Obedia Ondi Mampusi or Ontiase. No mess can accept another traditional ruler. But it is also an effort to bring peace, because I think that Mamprusif also wants development the same as the Kusasis. Tell me the message, there is no price for peace, and the government and whatever has to be done it should follow the roadmap, the recommendation, and let the right thing be done. Next year there has been another war or fight. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. Until no media, I believe say going forward, no peace will prevail. That has been my prayer.
Okay, do you know? Any politicians in Fremont?
Yes, no, there shouldn't be any politics. Inter said there, President John.
No, any political involvement. No, you do away with them.
Because it has not helped. With respect to President John Dramani Mahama, yes, a campaign to Mobe Mosia. There shouldn't be any political figure in this mediation. That is why Muhunde Nanado Danko Akufo, I don't know, one fanny manko at that time, but he went and to Otum for the Otum for Fanny traditional authority. And I think that when the Otum for traditional authority, he was able to call the two leaders and they came. I think that no political office could have done that. And Sanka politics be bema. One faction would have seen say this one belongs to this side. So can you imagine there and call MPP time now? Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia Sotima. Do you think that could start for Nankobetea? Obekede no. He's speaking for the man priests, so he will never listen. So traditionally, no BIM no. It is good, and I believe that going forward, no, the traditional authorities and the National Peace Council no should move and make sure say, I want they have take the front. I think that the government, Momonya politics and Ponya that the government can be behind them behind the scenes, so that I want to name no obosho, so that we can have them a lasting peace when it comes to Boko crisis.
Good. Minority in Parliament demand this ora amakofibua and manimu ye you know. Mampanim pamono and femfro because of lithium mining agreement ne omatwe dia sensan sa ne manema na ekoso no anti no say ne competence and sheda enwemu ye sa on the deal of that lithium agreement nti no omo pamono because aban bia about 10% what about about 5% and which is one sem I be brain you know pamono fu say is it grounds say you beat me dismiss a minister of that caliber.
Yeah, I know that by now. Honorable Amakofibua Sanko ye serious and Kanalampo resign the dado. That man is a disgrace to Western region.
I don't know
or your complete disgrace to Western region. No, so I quite remember when Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo during his last State of the Nation address, and we remarked so for Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo no one. So I thought that for Pele Beno, like he's coming to do something different, at least for the people of Western region. But 1 year down the line, he has proven himself that a very shameful man. And so Sanalo respect him, and he would have resigned. Because Shawabe your lance minister won't to many cases Ben opportunity we do no swing. After that, you won't actions be abio. Kwelembele. Look at how Galamsey is raging that place. Look at how Galamsey is raging Western region. And we are having a lance minister. See, I don't know. I'm there, Jama. Nedi there. He's just occupying that office. But when it comes to performance, this man is performing far below. And it is so worrying and disarming. And yeah, believe Yomidi. See, at Sanaha, we can all remember what NDC said about this lithium agreement. Sheme's working 10%. So far, we had the highest negotiation when it comes to royalties by NPP government. Nana do Danko Akufo-Addo Onkofia. Nana Akufo-Addo Okofi. He's in the house. Until be someone there said them 10% no. And can Nana do Danko Akufo-Addo Odbokofia. He wanted it for the people of the community. And Yebebenya NDC government Abba Esede 10% Nana do Danko Akufo-Addo knowledge no ono on fambrim. The law does not support it. Inti the media Walija renegotiation. Indeed, NDC government why a renegotiation to an extent that says 5%. Why? The 10% in ya 5% in ya. 10% on ye 5% in ya. Now Moshe Professor Jampo, a professor of that sort. Or the nina no position to open. So he didn't think about the people of Mankesimina. He didn't think about them. All because of a position and what NDC government. So every morning, Bia, Eba TV3, Eba Joy News, what measure in there you speak against NPP government.
Okay.
That the fact that 10% you know was sisi Ghana for. And you were able to go and meet the man of all these communities. So Professor Jampo, you went and meet the mama on 10% you know.
Okay. Wadaruma, my chef for me for me page mu kakra na. Me new extra maba to asedi we na. Me nam ho kakra mra. Ntino to asma me no chama baba to asisi ya. To asma me.
So say if 10% nye na wonkwa ya I would add 5% because you want position. So NDC what at all are they thinking about? And it is no other person who spearhead them 5% than Yane Anankasa Western region. Amakofibwa. I catch the 5% pay. No, NDC government now we don't know what to do or what to say again. Ebekede ya ton ye color TV ya kwa keje black and white. This is I don't know 419 government like lazy. You don't know how to describe them. Intino I mean me the same amount here na 1J 10%. Please, them 5% is mama 1J. Cause me when there ebekede say last commission Yama Kofi when we can meet a man here the last week.
Yeah.
Why I was 1.5%. And Miss someone the mom 1J.
Is there an insult to parliament? Because and I'm not saying I'm passing through parliament so to mention and I send a minority for a press conference no or who say it's an indictment. I say on person or mugu parliament crown who fee. And you are a member of parliament in if you want a war what that and okay minister do man a war ye. So I'm on maybe I say because sir BV campaign no that's the barari for no moko agreement in one so we move for be mention about nti omo ba pa musika na mo de akoma repatriate de akọ ni o man de na say yen no mo na akọ ebu achi bedin
no and say I quite remember Professor Jampo Kede say Ghana you betima akọ Australia no we go to lithium no we am on 10%. Professor Jampo made that analysis
on the 5th of December 2023.
I'll make it.
My member so on the 5th of December 2023, Ransford Jampo in the Facebook post, you say, can a Ghanaian investor go to Australia to mine lithium and take 87% and give the Australian government 13%? It's a question that he was asking them. Investors can't be sensible than us. We can we sat in the same classroom with some of them and beat them even in exams. The person what say kwasiebuo ana sabre no 2023 ana na do danko kufu ado ti abem no kwasiebuo ana ba rari for no person mudibu yen but enda de
anya kwasiebu
Ghana bataza ohunu se anya kwasiebuo nti yen 5% no meanwhile another John Dramani Mohammed's administration nana danko kufu this administration na 10% right?
Yes.
Yes. But another 5%, you know.
On your kwasebu.
Okay, so it's on your screen.
So can we believe that since I can Professor Jampo made obetum make it a post here.
Okay.
That can you go to Australia, mine lithium and give them 5%. We sat in the same classroom with these people and we beat them
in exams. Somewhat.
So why will you sit down? Then Kofimbra no more 5%. If 10% Professor Jampo is on ye, why should they sit down and receive the 5%? Now my name is Professor Jampo. What can all my 5%? Have you gone back to meet the Amahine of these towns? So and when the NDC government, you know, like they have disgraced us as a country.
Okay.
Or your full disgrace.
My first of the post or yeah, no me to say na Bonina to form na fi another discussion. Was it? So on the 4th of December 2023, okay, no one's walk the other one no Australian for the no on the 5th, we on the 4th of a year December. Yes. So it says reject the childish lithium lease. Reject the childish lithium lease. Professor Jampo petitions Parliament, slams Minerals Commission. Into no a year December 4th, 2023. As Okaka Australia for a year no. Bebre no na waha mamehwe. Se maybe so the account one. I'm just maybe the account one. We're making more of these a year assertions during the time, you know. And also, how I say So lithium agreement stinks. Drop it now. Professor Jampo, 12th of December 2023. Mama Kenka Bibiki Trebu Ase. I'll say, political science lecturer at the University of Ghana, Professor Ransford Jampo, has teared apart explanations by some Ghanaians that the mining lease for the exploitation of lithium in Ghana would be of immense benefit to the country. Into another what church say send a bit more exploitation of the a better benefit to the country. No who is a yes and it here. The other one I buy no. Okay, so I say yes, thank you. I say Yemra from Jampo, 17th of December 2023. Was say Yemra Bobo Fante Huma yen azeden Huma yen free cruise abada I met with the paramount chiefs of our 4 traditional areas this morning on the lithium mining lease agreement. It is Abrano Ransford Jampo fact on Hoso acquiring for a nanya or more traditional area and under the lithium lease agreement. And I am happy to tell you that our chiefs are very wise. They aren't ignorant. They are resolved and resilient. In fact, man isn't just any community. The government can bulldoze its way by getting its officials to abuse the truth in trying to convince those who may choose the path of gullibility. Parliament can be lobbied to rectify the deal, but in Infantiman, you have the surface right and no one mind us out. Special thanks to the youth of Infantiman who called and wanted to mass up to show support for today's meeting. Today was just to agree with the chiefs. We would meet with you shortly and together we will speak to Ghana on our composite position about the lithium deal before the year ends. Yao Jampo, son of Infantiman Sawyer.
Professor Jampo do ye be papa.
Ojen homena.
O je be papa. Obvious no ko Utah.
Okay.
No so call strike no. Professor Jampo do oje no ho be papa. Nti no ye be said Professor Jampo with your integrity. Can you make the same post about this 5%? Ebitima. As the Infantiman, the chiefs are wise. They are not ignorant. Professor Jampo, can you go to these wise chiefs again and tell them the 5%? Can you? So clearly we have seen that NDC government has really disappointed Ghanaians, and it is very shameful. May they make catch chiefs now one Infantiman and the affected areas in there. They should be wise as Professor Jampo said, and make sure that the 5% mama won't don't take the 5%, because according to Professor Jampo, these Australians are not more competent than us. You're not in a classroom and we have beat them in exams. So yes, someone the may zero na wenya no na kukudura wenya the 10% one monjin. Okay. One for the same zin, one for reject the 5%. Very well. Ghanaian deserve better.
My info video in far and discussion way. Enra minority press conference Vincent Elkwasefua our ye ota for pankrono mbrashe Germany and wakasa na yera Isaac Yabu amanya kun agya ne nkyempe. And they say be friend no na ne breno aye limited into ntumi ending komo ye hese am ya adom ochina ebetumi ne di komo ntipache ya ro video na ready a obetumi roll dia ma ne etie free the horse's own mouth na afeye the discussion we no ADAC 56 minutes past the R8 ebusua ye ba sesi an etie minority and press conference o me ye e o mamu bra shebedwam fie yen komra sesi a e da se
to me 101.3 Nyaminsa wo
want to me 101.3 want to me 101.3
want to me 101.3 Nyaminsa wo
okay into no waye hu adwuma brepemu no ye be ma na roli na wetie ensamo a enra minority no kan ye ewo efa no the lithium dealer and they NDC for say woman nim nyansa dododo into no MPP wa be no nyansa as I said in previous at Twitter no menu kete man pole nti efe no fancy a every premier video no na wetumi etie now you na come from near share some 44 days to our primaries presidential primaries no and utie social media no so share other TV stations akwa se menimu ade se agenda bi na TV station no so ebo ana se eka ne editorial no ho but ye bebe na be tintim san komo no ye kwotie ye Vincent Akwasi family CCA.
Consultations have been concluded. It is neither reasonable nor acceptable to assure Parliament that consultations have been concluded, only to later rely on insufficient consultation as justification for a reversal. It is this inconsistency between what Parliament was told and what has now been conceded that lies at the core of our concern. Lithium is a strategic mineral with far-reaching implications for Ghana's industrialization agenda, energy transition, youth employment prospects, environmental protection, and intergenerational equity. The management of such a resource demands clarity, consistency, and foresight. The minister's erratic handling of this matter has undermined public confidence, weakened Ghana's negotiating position, and exposed Parliament to avoidable embarrassment. In any functioning democracy, a sector minister who presides over such contradictions and uncertainty on a matter of national importance must take responsibility for his action. In these circumstances, the minority of the 9th Parliament in Parliament is of the firm view that the honourable course of action is for the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources to resign or be relieved of his position in the interest of accountability, good governance, and restoration of public trust in the management of Ghana's mineral resources. The minority reiterates its unwavering commitment to defending the national interest and ensuring that Ghana's strategic resources are exploited in a manner that delivers real value to the Ghanaian people.
So, our minority side, one more Parliament, Vincent Akwasi Otafu Pankrono Mbashebe Gemini, ono energy nemo ekasa on behalf of the minority in Ghana's Parliament. Me da se yenjina no so na yankwa enim. Na me bon komo bi so. Me nimu ade say agenda bi na TV station bi so set dey ato NPP mu na internal wranglings no aye bebrebe dia I don't know because ebi so na kan production na won so aye ho. Won ma start year 1 on 1. Enei Yewura Canada Japan dey nkan koye. Eno anso Yewura Samuel Atachia ekoye. Endekra no yiko so Brana Champion koye. Ansa na Yewura Atachia ebekọ enura. Ende Yewura Baumia me yantie so ebekọ. Total Hajj Mahmoud Baumia so beko na pewo mu production mo ye ne de bia sa na sitie. But so mo ko obi aso a nsema ya mo kaka wo ho no. Akwai se eburo bi hihye bi mu a still na no ahantan sunu a MPP no amu kan ye e thank you to mu say na ase dibra no afoforo mo ahantan bi hihye bi mu e na mo de ya nioma bi edidija no ye mo e na mo nto agufie mu sinu abonten no eno na ND4 bi no so fa ye e de ye campaign e de ti amo sabe impredia sa munya nsuanya se bia wo mu me sa na me hu no question so me bisa asa munya nsuanya se bia wo mu ena party ni ko internal elections so a we kra de anya munya dan ya onipa ba kofo no be wini eno ba kofo no be wini no so ye mo etietra ye nya delegate ye hunu se osimesi ana so benten eno be wini ba we kwa no akoto ama no we kwa osi we kra de sabe or this we kwa so that and some basa even between Atachia and Yewura Kennedy in Japan na nyakra na enya emunyo oh Yewura Kennedy kasa so no obi wa some party ni and wo show mo asam na 30 towards them na wo mo bi su na no meyi omo ho ano no because oba Atachia din say one ni show Heathrow airport a odidi na nado atam ede kire no say na nado eso na nado epe wo mo ministers no one ni civic kwaji minister ni bi di ye and obo Yewura baako yɛ ɔsɛ osi ɔman no ejapade $500,000 yi kɛkyɛ ɔbɔ ɔno so din ne nsɛm bebrebe onua the authors of some of these aspirants ɛna ɔmo ekyitaafoɔ no ɛsɛ mo ka bibi kyerɛ ɔmo na party baako ne yɛ na ɛwɔ mu ɛsɛ party ne digu a ɛni fo bɛ selu true na ɔmo na ɛkorɔ no na mi tie o.
Sometimes an equal interviewer, meaning there's anka higher brochia, anka they will make sure that before he comes to the interview, some of these questions will be controlled. They will not allow the presenter to ask any questions. Meaning
okay,
that brochia Donald Trump on call interview. Coach Maba. Before a baby some question, a question say baby sending on your controlled questions. Or yeah, them the team of the president, or Nimpolaban will make sure that you have a compromise about the questions are ever asked. So that okay, your questions are over flare tempest. But when the Ghana had in Ebekade, the we are yet to have that. When the presenter will make sure that over Haiti. O point to be a sanction ebekasa beyond what is expected, and that is when we are seeing the temperament, the behavior of most of the aspirants, and on internet anope elekanwasam. And me have always believed say somebody sankama kanhubia. I mean, if I'm one of the contestants, and anytime I go an election, our party. Always my focus will be what I can do when given the opportunity, rather than attacking my opponent. But here is the case, this is what we are witnessing in Ghanaian politics. I quite remember when NDC Woloko Wanidi, the first catch President John Dramani Mahama, ono yobi opensapa, intimami and two abamano. To Abamana bor into Untimumba member, make a Solomon cancer, NDC communicated. No, Mahama do ye then some okay kind the chair President John Dramani Mahama. And when Mahama winning, and when the cabinet before has not been given any good position here, Solomon cancer is nowhere to be found. Until sometimes in the mere attacks, the consequences in your motion. Because I cannot believe there be a Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia Wemina. How do you turn around and come and work with him? Knowing that in some baby I can't find or you're sensitive. Ewa ontim show any man on kado on your ejuma. So no kado by ya need team around him will not allow it.
Yeah.
So can you believe say be am now? Maybe did the matama on a personal level. Maybe am be a boss waha. Even make it a mutual cry, maybe guys around me cannot allow say ebi a many obey free and obey juma. And these are the consequences. In the moment there, whatever they are doing, me say they should speak about their visions that they will have for the party. Me say abada muntu be a Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia. Why? Because any time he stands and he speak his vision for the party. Brana Champon also mostly does that. That is what we should do. That is what we should do. Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia, I'm the one of this interview. Me tell Brana Champon okay should Elijah Mahmoud Baumia winner. He's ready to work with you. And that is it.
Me tafre Chamabute pa.
Okay.
The acting national chairman. I know I'm in Kasai.
Okay.
No so person Dr. Mahmoud Baumia be we are. Na dey so be clear, no be clear. You see, as well kan no. Say, ukọ interview mponi bi so asem bi. Na se nipa no kran sabi no ho bro crash o trimu a.
Yes.
Just pretend say she knew her because we are then we are party back. It's a Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia onwinia we are don't make us on support party no. And as well as support party campaigner, then can't it says you renew so no. Ya dey mo dibre bia. Oh yes,
them not.
And to just say oh yes, onwinia me ne be ye ejuma but me dey ma ba say e dey me wini elections dey kwakwa no. Sana you have been jump Kennedy.
Because Esha Yera Kennedy. Na Atacha. Atacha is not going for election.
Yes.
Atacha is not going for election. Intinence Yera Kennedy. Edi Atacha no ho ehi. On intiake kansama on the ballot paper na Atacha no picture ndado.
And on so your campaign manager Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. O kan team no wa say omoko baby odi echi bi.
No put this anko team no ho kra na ye nto abama no.
Yes.
Ye to abama Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia.
Okay.
Intino Ahmed mu Yera Kennedy so any opportunity now. Don't go below I wanna anyone contest. Talk about your vision for the party. When the one of his campaign tono, no le child your bobe no le fa Ghanaian foodstuffs and vegetables. They meet him attending to this, and it was a powerful campaign too. So made in there champion on that. Na touch any the airport and no keka no delegate be no be jina the masam no da akwato aba.
Yeah.
And Mr. Attaching is not going for election.
And another Mokun was on within the president.
Yeah. In time there, Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia, on your opportunity now, he always speaks about what he will do for the delegates when voted into power and what he will do for this country. And then now I think we are discussing no one policy cry. Oba streamlined database of I want to wear Juma Dema party so that when the party win power, you know how to reward these people. And me no say a candidate in academic chama. Obe mama menya want the power to work for the party. Because it's and some men this if we share teachers appointment we are way recruitment away. Now they have given it to NDC MPs no regional chairman no what chair constituency to constituency. So it's not about I will teach in the year 2021, the year 2022, the year 2023. No, it's about our NDC. Our you are lying. So if Dr. Alaj Mahmoud Baumia so soba, that's an pay a metina here, they be a better make us say. That's what no about reward them. That is what I want to hear.
Okay.
Into Niera Kennedy. Also ba a bear dendama. I may communicate here, I may communicate my party. What will you do for me?
Okay.
The other communicators a bed namo, a bed dendamon. Constituency executives in a bed dendamon, and the ordinary Ghanaians a bed dendamon. That is what everybody want to hear.
Okay.
Now Tatiana, you just suffer dear and saying when you are bringing away. On Fasubiamba. I believe that they should allow the candidate. Now a candidate to your opportunity. Speak your mind. Now I want to watch to Abamon when you're the zeal to work, because indeed NDC is taking this country on a tangent. It is getting worse.
Okay.
And I'm some put that the crucial I'm a dopa there abanon chaneato. That is 31st of next month. Party they know that so the watch chuma then some of bano or doso. So the party working now they will be make sure they yabo to abanentam. Prophet said 31st year to Abevia. We have more time ahead of us to do reconciliation and to bring the party forward. You beat him, you fight for position or power when it comes to the 2028 election.
Okay.
Into no candidate in and break Accra Wakeno. Don't attack any personality. Speak upon your vision and win. Cause what turn is you are your turn don't use your turn as a medium edebaka or be awesome. Speak to the delegates yet to Abamoa. Wana Abentine and to Abamo. And me, I believe that Dr. Elijah Mahmoud Baumia will win this election.
Very well.
And I will be happy when he win this election.
Mate, father matter wait just some few minutes, 2-3 minutes in your family. And we're breaking grounds for the construction of 800 housing unit yebesi wo voter region ho adakulu asase so, and asase no yantam no 1860 acres and almost 800 housing units no so 2 bedrooms apartment 3 bedrooms near ya say affordable housing bia yame ya doma at least Tema Development Corporation for the shomusa through the Minister for Western Housing and no omo ba besi 800 housing units. The entire mass of we say John Dramani Mahama the first time was okay the same thing. We can say 2012 more but initiatives almost see 5,000 housing units be $200 million I feel who may be alpha. Instead no to be him be and we just see one year. This whole oxygen city project yami aduma ya the association run the breaking grounds unia your housing deficit of almost 2 million there. But near man penny John Dramani Mahama baby odigan is sika tito bosia obo. And yes, me this year down the ama a year woman be damn this year down the ama the people of voter region 8 environs me this down there. And the Korea is saying, Yafa and no thing in Pecos.
I think that in some put I can in now. Day. Many member a part 2, Saglem a part 2 pa. Name the Jamaidi Yoko Kungu because I think that President John Dramani Mahama, in your second year Nancy Sagleme, we know how it went and the Sagleme Osihono, calling down that the Honanam ho. Now wasanso aka cut a sword for another one. Medo any stronghold. I pray that this time around on faho and find your center of corruption. No on find your yenchendi, but rather he will build the houses because when there's a houses in Wosivia on DC from Cotin, Nebio Benyabi, NPP Benyabi, CPP Nisu Benyabi, the ordinary Ghanaian Benyabi. Into no matter there, since it is for this country, no, I am for it. But Mr. President John Dramani Mahama, aye bida, bediako, yes, men, yes, Glemedinibium. This time around, be committed to see that this project is completed. Cost Saglame 5,000.
Was it 1,005?
I was 1,509. On crowd uncompleted. Into yes, President. Yes, so Mr. Papa. That this time around, let us see that the building project by the time about 2028, let it be completed so that the people in that enclave will also have affordable house now. They can also live.
Now, Doctor, how affordable is a 2-bedroom apartment? How affordable is 3-bedroom apartment? And your single room self-contained, 2 bedrooms self-contained, and our team and a house self-contained. Yes, I didn't boom. Now, apartment. Why would I bet me a better apartment? Me no me near to me so enter apartment. No, so clearly it tells you say, and you affordable send a more cano. And you go for Kobi no more love will be, and yes, it and the amount me can cry. I am go for Kobi, almost some will be a may mono. More dying. It will across a real estate be no more ye, not that she be no more tongue at the amount of binum. Because Saglemedia's way, somebody to divest teachers say more tona, what better autonomy. Because not on mine, aside the $200 million, no, say a sign a pumping in $111 million. And people buy, no, say no. You have to be first $111 million and be right a dime way move. I will see 5,000. At the end of the day, we see a little over 1,500. So you have to be committed another 100 million plus BM and find him into what person budget. Into me, them who say, and you affordable, send a near affordability. That's one, and you affordable.
Prof, what's making for them a mere machine, but me put them mere mission. Tell me the empire when you're there, at least in pointing me in because once I say, why can they will listen to Obesi, but send a message there, Obesi, near Kenya, Sagleme, Fiasco, Part 2. But rather than for the first time, no, NDC government will finish this. Okay. Odruwa, I think that's some for it will also be a different level. But this time around, put the message because me say I'm a million, but me put the message that President John Dramani Mahama Sagleme Part 2. But ultimately, see, let us say Dr. Frederick Mohen, a member of the communications team for the NPP our Western Region. How do we say ye? Yan pick move course kakra 0248 07 1174 0248 07 1174. Hello, good morning.
My brother,
I'm here. The one work. I can answer.
My brother, we aga my wife your pa. Which we implanted aga my wife your. My brother,
yes sir.
Messi, a quapia matter for those who see meeting in our home one casually. And Yansa Sabon, some would different from one problem also on Kate. Obaka incoming president for 2029, Dr. Alad Mahmoud Bomia, the eye of the honorable Kobe, naming Piloy and Kofi Japamasa, Michelle, or your chairman, or your incoming chairman, and the Michelle Women's Organizer, National Women's Organizer, Kumasi, and the Mrs. and Nadia Apia, Mrs. of this, and Catalogo Women's Organizer, and he's of the same. Yeah, then I mean, good catch and to possible personality. My brother, chair, Mr. Asaka and Fred, your mom and Indies for me in war. What ban in Umuja? Nancy, calling out them in a war. Must agree me. Why in this war? One person won't. Moasan so I can catch sword. No base affordable house in you. Then of your cash now, all come. Number that. Instead of the war or a budget in here, 2026 budgeting. In the market set closely, one family budget. Now, she now to force him. Moba, Takoradi, also Nimbus Afna Bakasa. Mawasi, what your market circle. One budget in him. Your mamma Baha, also 6 months, market circle will be. If you want a medical invest will be. In kitchen will be. Better, since Adamia main house on some budget, one kawas in Jala. Okay. I tell the Western radio for Yako to obey you on them to the same people paying for. What fight for wedding now was so fatter. if you go to my present, no MPP last birthday Dr. Baumia.
All right.
It's when I want to watch a movie. Now want to Dr. Baumia nature. Konadu and all Alan. What contest is some Kakabeda man, as Konadu or Far Alan as a trade minister.
Okay.
It's better than say.
Very well.
Now it's a Dr. Baumia or maybe be a chance, no, maybe be a position. If you want to cast Dr. Baumia, I am confused about Kachemu. That's your obey president or Mamma and all 10 appointments.
Mammy from Manos. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Uti now about why? Hello, good morning.
Oh, only Baba
J1 Herbal Center just for you.
Oh, I didn't count.
Every be drofie papa. Every be dry and sa papa.
Oh, J1 Herbal, Yankopon, Yawukru.
Yes, sir.
Mamma Fakonya so, Naminkia, Chairman to me, Yankopon Cano, baby, Obia, Nani Swadi, who had a baby, Munipada, and in Canada. Now, the incoming president, Dr. Baumia, Yanoswani Swadi, baby. Dr. Mrs. Pukra meeting was what you are, question this year. Now, I wouldn't say the chief or corner post, secretary, I asked the Amano, and I need a penny a free faculty, or also back for regional chairman, Yamencano, na a 2 MP, Yamia Dom, the chair, Popine, a honorable Kobe, and honorable lawyer Boama, and a Chamabas, I think a woman now, or Chamaba, and some more ye can, you $1 a bar for Muno, and I would say, single digit of inflation. Eba formula, I could say, almost here about the 6.5 to 6 something.
6.3.
And then when reflected, now, so what share as soon as you want some Bokun Samoa, a year President Mahama, as well as 1 billion, the Kwakoye, a Jumana. Yes, then more money, and no because one day, you know, or buy a new man who don't be there to me, Buana, a Kosono. And yes, I knew who know what your mother. Ghana for the Domus, and I mean, I am a general nurses, need teachers, no. All was when to see any yen, we are no near Manon, any Mameno. Mujis can Musuma Jessica, Yen to Mamwe, and yen, you say, any more. Okay, I didn't kind Ghana. I mean, maybe I mean, say it about me.
Melas, Yamisha Papa. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Again.
Adam's got on Papa Cordier.
Oh, Abba Bemedi, I mean, better.
I mean, your young him.
Better wapo me.
Bokopa, no, yeah.
Better, doctor, what would you know? No, for Africa, Sido. Minche, former MP for Skayamesa. Now, incoming president for 2020, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. The incoming Western Regional Treasurer, and I do appear. Incoming Western Regional Women's Organizer, Augustine and Katia. Now, me, I put you already with meeting seats in other men. Yes, better. Maybe I'm a NDC or a pastor would not be Ghana for.
Okay.
Because in the was inflation, I call single digit.
Yeah.
But I'm better. I could go, man. Yamano be a tell. Since you're going, baby, Yama, a first year toy, for the one year toy, you think you know. He said, I mean, a book of the Mala. In the Yama, what radio stations was in Yaman about for the 50 Ghana, a book and I for a demand more than by Siciano, no calling a wasa, or Ghana. And better, Mamma in there, coming to the 1st January. Honorable Kobi Ochida, Kumensa lawyer, Boama, Honorable Mekuduka, Honorable Ejafemesa, Honorable Joseph Kudu, and I'm paying for account origin. What's in there? The delegate ever got to about Maradam Sumakau, ever got to about 31st January. Yoka, young care on my tray, I had Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Honorable Yaku Bosha said no, no, why Jennifer, at a safe hour, your mom, and for 4 years, no one what you are facing. Chairman, won't you do with the opening shirt? Okay, I remember national chairman, not on too many on young Bosha said no.
Adams, I mean, sure, Papa. Hello, good morning. The institutional. Unya bibi boko.
About the grace of God in Holy Father.
Ede mi ase. Yanku enim.
Yanku brother. I want more that. Me
share bi da.
Also be an need brad Diana Wabon. The Uko you were on.
Okay.
No one need Bressa one obey the deal anymore. Omba Boo.
Okay.
Omo won't charge you. Omba Boo, and this in the town Kotwaba. Omba Bubakumo. When I catch the gods of Pandai has spoken, and that is all. My brother, moving forward, and I am Mahama Colonchi to do of water region.
Yes, Oxygen City.
Also, Oxygen City.
Yes.
Now, what your idea was again in Libya Cassetia. My brother, one more way.
Matidin Bamancoda.
Also, for Metropolitan Assembly. In However, I wouldn't say Ghana. 2 regions, 1 region, 2 Metropolitan Assembly.
Okay.
Apart from Greater Accra, that is Accra and Tama, Nebuana.
Yes.
Chamsa, region for February 2 Metropolitan Assembly, or the Kabaka Coachman. And 2% where me, I believe with the credit to say Sunane, Kofoludua, Balagatanga, Obuase, and Tapa should have better to Metropolitan Assembly. But we just have no municipal assembly. Minkati and Punto Water Regional. But I see any Hawkeye, Metropolitan Assembly. Let's say Ramahama. Who percent Punto the Magana for you? The cash and neck. Because most of Yana Santa Regional is about 2 times bigger than the Yana Water Region. And can now wear Hawkeye Metropolitan Assembly. No job was so hot. What the Tapa? What the Sunan? What the Kofoludua? Now what the Balagatanga? And then Ramahama may catch us.
Okay.
Magana ni dan so and question chest on your mind. Because never tell them kwana to ba this you. Dan ni dan katantia. So ko municipal Metropolitan o the municipal can have. Ba ko Metropolitan Assembly dia. My brother. Let us say more ram.
All right.
Teacher, Oxygen City now okoya no. We nim sika ko mo. Sida. Sida. Okay, Korea.
Okay, Mate. Madam say, I mean, hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jamba.
But your name, Walaikum Salam. But your name for Benny.
Yeah, me Takawadi man.
I mean, you mind.
The next MP4. Hello.
Meton Kapa.
Yeah, the next MP4. No, we are now, especially owner. Music community. Do be a careful, like I said.
Okay.
One work from the window of one car. Yeah, careful, like I said. Because I believe we work also 7 and one system was to pass your canal to my woman.
Sure.
Can you not friend? You'll be a devout village. Don't you careful, like I say. That's Frapana. That the first thing you got trouble in Dinkunina. That's why you mentioned yes, a campaign.
All right.
Now, what did you another? I didn't play also for Laura.
Yes.
The handle can call it Kasimbi, but I bought one car. And the maximum that the pool pillow. And then the pool pillow and call it Kasimbi, man come one car. But the best rest from the wind number tell. Oh, the mother in the now we must say, yes, sir.
All right.
With the uncle come and the wind number tell.
Olma Medasi. Oh, Kafra, Olma Medasi P. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Bernard.
Oh, so I mean, you didn't be a casa free.
Yo, the casa free, I think love, I think Biku.
Very well.
Yo, Bernard, the person mechanic say, Nipa and Naya, woman, or president, you know, delegate, you know, and not some penny for more Casano. Sabi, only a moment, I say, a casa, Yama in Medium. If the says, but Umia, every year, a NPP. Kennedy, a NPP. And he says, yeah, Obi at him. He said, never say, Kennedy, a Vinia. If you want, who walk, but we are another example. If I be a pet position, duo, Kennedy or another about me. Who may have a for?
Okay.
They are for Bacope. And he said, you be a proto. No more one king. At Babisham. Never, you can't pay the any day.
All right.
No maybe. That the baby as we be Baba.
Mate.
Kennedy, me ate no. So Kennedy ba central region e bo ma nya. What input to ma beba. E jumo me ma eno ma bi. Na ento, the man said last 4 years, you know.
Mr. Medas, hello, good morning.
Good morning, madam.
Udi Mebaka,
what's your phone? Sub-Zero,
yes, Sub-Zero, Mammy Tio.
Yo, and I paid him in the watch for Papa. Namu father, more quaint than a metia. Dr. Mahunu Baumia. Nama, Mr. Joe, electric area for 1 hour today. I'm not man there. The party to Dr. Bauman can paint what she should do for. That's a good idea. I'm not Robert Piper. You should do Methodist Church only in Asia. Now, the best said something for the you know me come home. Obia, you can be getting to know Obia Manakas and or as long as no Dr. Bauman will be winning, what do you bring you on board? Because in the Manakas, you know, and this what promise you to find out 24 hours a corner banana. You know, for what to soon. In the Manakas, eco marketer, what's the what will be now eco marketer? On flat or
okay,
useful, you're a breath, number when the chair of the Snakatia. All of our witness to make a Medasi.
Mr. Medas, Mamfan and I in Chato. Now, good morning. We'll remove Mamfan, Mammy Tio.
Papa, the mother and I.
Mammy Tio.
Pajaba, any kind, Mammy Chia, Doctor, and I'm one about to Papa. Pachamaba, and I paid many a queen, Mammy Chia, incoming president. Pajamba did become a say. 2028, the engineer and by young farmer Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. Only Chairman Bernard and Chibusia Farm. As I'm by young forgetting power, simple.
Now, Yabrano Cross Review answer until the family.
Papa events almost about 10 minutes.
The American say, I can marry a course, no, but well, Romuntino, Yan, why?
Mammy and James and my white pot show. I'm so, I know about my uncle Miami at much now.
All right, Mate, Medas, I may sure Papa. Ever friend for new fancy, now come a man some few minutes, but on was watching and to know Medasipi, Nanaya, why are they? Madame for pounds no, and no person change she got no pay no. But I'm a banana credit Abu Prah and I'll pay you first, yes, you have a count boy. Emma, Western in the morning, Yawanda Diano, and now so I could go. Same MCR, Joe MCR, DJ Black Foreign and DJ Bone, Yaro Care, Cape Coast for one name at Abrafo, or Befi, one name. And accountant papa accountant papa omuna anope omo buayen me radio charamaba AS Encho the radio PRO ehie biam ya adoma wachina Kubala Baruki Ja Itabi Ajagrabi Robasaka Abinzi Abazi Abaruku Marve good morning.
Our money